But I think Magic, he he doesn't want to show anything. He doesn't want to give BC the time of the day. He wants to play in the tourneys. He's there to win, not for the show matches. He's there for the big bucks. And I mean, with the image that he shows us there, you already know that he's just looking above everybody there.
Yeah, and you know, the thing about Magic is I hear he's got an actual main job, and the AoE4 scene is so it's not like he's one of these players that gets to practice, gets to sit here and maybe stream for 10 hours and games out. He's just getting there, not really getting to put in that full practice.
According to Wham and Puppy Pom, Magic is rich. He'll take the unpaid time off if he needs to. But yeah, definitely gonna be interesting to see how this one is gonna go later on the day. But our first set of the day, B versus Recon, also really interesting. We can already see the draft. We can already see what the players have planned here. We see pretty normal bans, I would say, in the current meta, or at least when it comes to what we've seen so far. So we see that B.
There's been a shock when a lot of the pros and how people have talked so down about them. But another reason why Recon bans Deli is I actually remember watching, I think he was playing against Beastie in a practice game, or it might not have been Beastie. He literally, after the game, I literally but another reason, 3D kind of showing that.
Yeah, definitely one of the best tips. I mean, we see time and time again against the Deli. To play against this Deli is really, really solid. So it definitely makes sense to ban it for him. I think when it's like really amazing, solid Deli players would be Vortex. If I play against Vortex Deli, I already know that I'm it kind of like right now I don't even know if potentially win against Deli. That's just how good.
虽然已经11:04了，但还没开始。
他们都会讲很久的废话。
One of the downsides is you kind of know their game from the start. It's the sacred site control. It's just military out and get up to castle. Enough about that. We have Abbasid versus French, which is it used to be 50-50, but it's come a long way. I think it's a little bit more Abbasid favored now, and especially considering a lot of these players tend to play towards like the Abbasid's gameplay style. So, what are your opinions on the matchup?
I mean, we've seen the same matchup with Mr. against B just the other week. And that was an incredible one. We saw like really fast Imperial Age coming out of the French, and they spammed the keeps and town centers with those really, really strong emplacements on them. So could be that Recon thing he probably knows that something that he will face in the tourney more often, as Pals just continues to be a really, really strong landmark for the French. And it looks like we're just about to go into one here of the day. Here we go. It's gonna be 3D playing as the Orange, playing as the Bastard Dynasty. We're here on Dry Arabia, and on the opposite side of we've got Recon playing as the French.
Yeah, kind of just looking at these base layouts, one of the things you immediately start to think about on the Bastard side is where is that second town center going? Or potentially even third. The first town center built goes next.
H 第一场干燥阿拉伯，3DB 的阿拔斯对上 Recon 的法国法兰西。
However, on Recon's side, out as well.
Yeah, so there are definitely really good spots there for additional town centers. And we've got this one here, prime location. 2 dairy spots, which are oh so good for the opponent. And next to it, this one is also bad.
我们蛮快就把智慧弓放下去了。因目前是2寸金，盖好智慧弓这个应该也会去采金。法兰西选择是3寸金的开局。
scouting pattern straight for his opponent's base, doesn't look for too many shots behind his base. And just a couple of sheep there in front of him. That's something that the Abbasid can do more than any other civilization. Maybe Delhi can do it as well. Because the Abbasid, they can go out to the barrier early on, and then they don't need to reach too early with their own scout. So he should be fine.
Yeah, and you can see how he kind of already has some of that zone where 3DB most likely gonna head
好，这边阿巴斯果然是三春金。
mapped out, and actually B has cut off the scout, so paying off in this scouting pattern, and indeed is going up with that military wing like you mentioned.
怎么毒奶啦？毒不了。
When you go for like aggressive scouting, because if it gets random and it has like a good spawn, it might be the case that the aggressive scouting just doesn't out of luck when coming.
干，没办法挖这个金矿。
Go for that. You can still 100% go for that. You got the berries. And other civilizations are gathering from the deer, so that's definitely something that you can do with the Abbasid and the Delhi. Now with the military wing coming in, this could be a play where he then goes for additional town centers, or at least one additional town center, and just uses the free military that he gets from the military wing in order to cover for that.
Yeah, you can just see he's heavy onto the wood.
我觉得对方应该就上场。
Looks like he is heading to the stone earlier than later, even before halfway up with the School of Cavalry.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good TC timing here for him. I mean, straight naked TC, but you do get the free military from the military wing, so it's not really.
干，好贱哦！
哇，这边
Knights, you should still be pretty much fine.
3DB 捞到一堆羊。
Because the second knight is probably just gonna arrive when the TC is just built. First knight could get a decent time, but he's not gonna to cover for it.
两边上时代的时间差不多，然后阿拔斯是军事偏电开哦，所以法兰西的金马应该套不到什么好处。
他太夸张了，被杀掉，靠腰。
好，第一只金马出来了。有啊，我一直有玩4代，而且有做4代影片，是因为做不起来，我才继续回去做3代。好心酸哦，Roger。
对，
好心酸哦，怎么那么心酸？
小小心酸。
哦，这边一个冲锋，哎呀，残血，死了。哇，3DB 直接送一村。他的2TC 放下去了没啊？哦，有，在后面靠果子的地方。4代看不懂，多看就看得懂。后面的 TC 也快好了，时间点还蛮早的，大概是6分10多秒的时候。基本上这种都是属于 all in 流，所以不会有下军事建筑物，然后也不开任何的科技。
主播，你不是要打吗？
要啊！我现在被别人教训得很惨。
教训很惨吧？那我你还要很久吗？
快了， 我应该
OK，
快被干掉了。
我先去楼上等你。
好。
那个军师已经不讲话很久了，
因为军师快看不下去了。
军师快看不下去了。然后这边把路都先打死，这样 TC 干下去之后就可以直接吃
在
掉。
3人老师，
是要 Roger 在骂人。
对，太厉害了，太厉害了！现在天气都是一些很厉害的高手。
目前场上，哎呦 ，Rickon 很早就开始转小攻哎，法兰西7分多钟就有已经5只小攻了。阿巴斯选择拉墙，把后面都先拉起来。不敢用他的网路。
好了，冲车解掉头条，没办法。哦，好多骑士哦！天啊！
这边村民想要再踩石头，这边再踩石头是想要再补一个 TC 啊，但是有点太偷了，因为这个石头其实还蛮外面的。
把98扣进来，98。
这边3DB 选择出3色兵，肉马长枪加小弓。他们是第几组的赛事啊？不知道，不很确定。看一下好了，查询一下。都是这一轮。看一下。哦，他们是 A 组 A 区的赛事哦。A 区。
主播要跟谁组队啊
？A 区，对。
主播。
嗨，主播在看我的台。
原来他在看台，主播看主播的台。这算是一种网内互打吧？
免费。
主播 host 主播。
没有啊，这样 Roger 不是说要练吗
？Roger 心灰意冷了，要删游戏了。
怎么
没事啊？没事啊 ，DLC 回来之后他又载回来了。
好吧，那不然我们去。没有，他是真的心灰意冷，是不是？如果他真的心灰意冷，那我就去打神雕侠侣咯。我就去问神雕侠侣要不要打咯。
有新的地图诶，新的地图是什么啊？我还没看过。
所以那个神罗的那一张图是他的 skin 嘛？就是 DLC 里面有出 skin 是不是？可以装。
官方没有宣布进一步的消息。
好吧。
对啊，你要氪金了是不是？
没有，他那个神罗的那个金马好好看的，我很喜欢，
造型很棒，
对吧
很？帅。
很喜欢。
搞不好是像星海那一种买造型，然后你可以看得到。
哎，星海的那个我很喜
具体个人显示
欢，星海的神族的那个真的很好看，神族的那个的矿，
啊，
神族的 TC 啦，知道吗？
哦，你说那金字塔，
对啊，很好看。
两边都在跑村，
为了爱而生，
只会有我，不拉
我
萨
们
大
是圣，哎，我们是圣堂武士，我们心如
让我
一
们盛唐之
体。
间，
我们在暗影前行。
啊，你呛到我了。是，你说的没错。
啊，我要个 Roger 跟邀 Roger，我把两个 Roger 邀过来。哎，有了，
好，这边直接吃猪了，法兰西吃猪。
我看看哦。啊，那个嘞，军师在哪儿？我们的 Golden Guard 嘞，他已经消失很久了，都只打字哎，有点担心他的人身安全。队伍要选哦，这个队伍不选会失去。
是敌对岛屿，它多哪些地图啊？
什么多哪些地图？
山中空地哦。
不是啊，不是山中空地。我看一下，火山岛，它多火山岛跟黄金高地。
怎么用？
好，我来下面这边播好了。1000多位哦，现在直播有1000多位。哇，这个漏旗已经数量多的有点可怕了，13只。但是 Recon 的小弓也不少，37只，接近40只的小弓。金马这边看能不能先凑到10只吧，这样前排比较有利。然后家里就靠长毛兵去处理，长毛兵可能他要再挤一些出来，不然等一下吃肉的村都要被戳死了。哇，这个两边的村其实都很多3DB 这边3TC 已经80多农了，14分钟已经农了80多农了，这个速度有点夸张。B 这边肉马往家里走吗？这会被包。这边有小弓，这边应该可以收掉1、2只哦。这边多线做一个开包，多线包夹，追不上了，追不上了，追不上了啊，追不上了。停住了，停住了，赶快跑，赶快跑，赶快跑！哦，拉走了，拉走了。对，经济好一些啊，88农，然后一阶都开了，采肉的、采木的、采金的都开了，然后两边的攻防目前也都一样。这边 Recon 开始点工程，等一下可以推冲车。那阿巴斯是不需要点啊，直接就可以戳了。这边金马法兰西金马来到了9只，小弓来到了42只。反而是阿巴斯这边的这个毛兵长枪兵出的比较多。哇，3DB 上时代3了。这边升级上时代3，有个时代差，这边应该会等科技点完再打吧。好，开始点这个精锐的科技，不对，不是精锐，就是时代2老练，还是老练嘛？这3、4代突然一个打击。 这边选择工会大厅的升级，法兰西工会大厅。我已经好久没看到法兰西上3了。因为很多会战都在时代2就结束了，尤其是法兰西对蒙古，很少打到时代3，比较少。好，上时代3了。两边都上3，游戏进度到了中期了。那目前阿拔斯小优势哦，因为他的科技都快升完了，然后可以现地戳冲车，没什么问题。小公直接在人家门口搞事，然后这个骑手去追旁边吃果的野生村民，这边杀了不少村啊。村数来到了107对89，法兰西村民落后。而且阿拔斯这边看起来是满人口了，200人口啊，200人口压脸，这个阿拔斯营运不得了。目前法兰西人口落后，总人口数只有162，少了40人口。阿拔斯发起了多线进攻哦，侧边有小弓，然后正面也有兵，开始出长矛骑士了。这边是阿拔斯的金马。这边一个多线打击，村民没办法采资源。后面这边长弓，不小弓啦，小弓会被包起来吃掉，但是也造成了一定的伤害。正面的兵就可以顺势进去，这边 Recon 好像没有办法处理哦。Recon 从一开始4代一开始推出的时候，就以他的金马闻名，法兰西金马。但是随着法兰西陆续被破解之后，他也被有点被看破手脚吧。因为它的多线操作其实是一个相对比较弱的一个层面，它的多线跟它其他同阶级的玩家比起来是有一点逊色的。那 B 这边也算是后来居上哦，在最开始创世纪杯那个时期还没有很活跃，大概是从去年还有什么冬季杯开始的时候开始，冬季杯黄金联赛开始慢慢崭露头角。目前村数81比122，这个资源量是有一点夸张了。这边应该是打算用这个村民数来获得大量资源，但如果正面的兵一直都比军事单位一直比对手少，也不是一件好事哦。目前法兰西的军事单位是比较多的，虽然村比较少，但是这个军事单位差是蛮明显。这边 B 这边可能要低调一些村民哦，村是有点太多了，这样他只能用75人口的兵去打对手，那对手只要挤到80人口以上的兵，就不会到很好打。再来就看两边的补兵速度。现在战场在阿拔斯的家里哦，只要阿拔斯开始转出一些骆驼，金马的威胁就会下降，然后再戳个什么投石车，也可以轻松解掉对手的小弓。大部分玩家也不会特别去戳投石车出来哦，顶多也还是用这个所谓的工程器的建造术，或是来训练。再来就是看金了，这边两边这个文明阿拔斯跑贸易其实本身是比较有优势的，村民这个商人自带减价， 然后法兰西这边是没什么太多的优势哦，以前还可以说是一个贸易文明，但现在真的是基本上是个白板，贸易白板。等中间自己家附近的金吃完之后，要继续出金马就有点难了。好，选择抢占圣地哦，也是一个可行的方法。那目前蓝色的法兰西也有2个遗迹，哦，这边又拿到了一个。反而是阿拔斯这边并没有去拿遗迹。好，这边把这个法兰西的宗教单位给斩落、砍倒了。这边一大堆，这个村是想去哪玩啊？采金吗？那边有一块大金啊。因为打算先一口气爆到140农之后买人口，压一个宝，然后抢这个大金矿。好，两边要开始交战了。目前军事人口法兰西优势哦，70人口的部队。瑞孔经历了刚刚被多线骚扰之后，村数也追上来了。法兰西这个村民便宜的优势算是一个小宋朝。可以看到阿拔斯想控土啦，他的墙有慢慢开始往外围。但是我是真的觉得阿拔斯的村是有点过多了。导致现在明明经济一个大优，但是却打不出什么成果。变成只能慢慢控土，慢慢打。时间来到了24分钟，法兰西逼到了阿拔斯的家门口，这边可能需要补一些工程器。不管是冲车或是投石机，我觉得都可以。那目前看起来，阿拔斯的科技是基本上都攀完了哦，时代3的2阶都开了，然后法兰西这边的进房还没有开，都是0的状态。阿拔斯再次来到满人口，但瑞孔这边还没有满人口。这边一直强势的想要占圣地啊，但是圣地好像一直被阿拔斯的骆驼给阻止了。这边要上时代哦，选的是经济偏电，这边顺利的上了时代4。法兰西这边有点尴尬哦，现在，他从工会大厅领出了巨额的肉，又要上时代了吗？这边憋一下就可以上时代了吧？又把资源全部花光了，拿去产兵。好，这边果然有出投石车。好，这边刚刚接近快要2000肉。对，阿拔斯现在有点缺金啊。那现在有抢外面的大金，但是这个大金吃完也不是很妙。法兰西还可以从工会大厅拿到一些外汇，但是阿拔斯没有变现的手段，没有跑商的话，这边有点尴尬，也没有拿遗迹。因为现在阿拔斯这边是只有手上一个遗迹，还没放进他的这个那个叫什么清真寺。那现在法兰西有3遗迹加2圣地，这个经济稍微比较宽裕一点。好，中间这边被反推回来哦，这边不知道点帝王数值了没？这边开始出，是不是要开始转一些骆驼或者是 火枪兵之类的单位呢？这边继续往前逼近，然后先把那个投石车解掉吧。但是看起来是不给解啊，一直挡。阿巴斯开始点精锐科技，还有一些骆驼的加成，一些特殊的骆驼科技。感觉后面应该就会陆续的转出更多的骆驼了，骆驼的数量开始慢慢变多，然后也开始点这个火枪兵，哇，变成金甲骆驼了。养得起吗？骆驼其实吃的资源很凶哦。可以看到这边金的进账每分钟有2000多，但是你看这个进账每分钟2000多金，这边一直都没有办法突破1000。金吃的很凶，哪边开始投这个城堡，所以这边法兰西有选择要来清一下中间，然后想要占下面的圣地吧。阿巴斯慢慢的推进了法兰西的家里，目前时代4有一个大优势啊，一个时代4的差距，然后加上精锐。哦，这边又要抢这个大金矿哦，这个是法兰西非常重要的一个大金，所以这边压了一个大城堡，这边选择取消了，选择取消，直接村民采集吗？先采再说吗？啊？哦，跑了，感觉法兰西挤不出足够的兵力来阻挡阿巴斯的进攻啊，已经打到家里来了。然后现在这个情况，只要被断漏了，不但兵出不出来，上不了时代，兵也挤不出来。好，这边这个迦南大平原啊，粮仓直接被干扰。好，两边都各自拿到了一些遗迹，然后阿巴斯也抢到了一个圣地。对啊，法兰西这边被断漏了，这边只要漏了进账继续往下掉，这边差不多真的要走了。哇！这个修道院被拆，哇！遗迹跑出来了。这边每分钟的金采集到了800，然后 B 这边的金是每分钟有2000多，外面的大金都被阿巴斯给抢了。假装激情，我很认真好吗？小型猫咪。垃圾时间了。也没有到垃圾时间啦，只是我们缺肉嘛，没有办法，缺肉打不赢。这边就看法兰西什么时候要投降啦，这边资源实在是不太够啊。对啊，比赛还是要挣扎一下啊，毕竟是比赛啊。好，200人口打128，好，投降了。说不定阿拔斯大意了呢，有这可能性啊，毕竟比赛什么事情都有发生。这档案传的有够久的，真的有这么大吗？查一下 Recon 现在的积分。 RECON， 没听错啊？他怎么找不到人？3DB 是23名啊，应该是2200多分吧？看一下。哦，2000分而已，2063，排23名。Recon 的话有点后面哦，滑了好久还没看到他的名字。还是他这一季没爬分啊？没看到他的名字啊。快找不到，吹波。虽然我前面没看，但前10分钟就分出胜负了。有一个实况组打2代天梯，最后打不了就喊一堆轻骑兵到家里闹，那种的就大可不必。好，下一张地图。哈，这张地图没看过哎，之前好像没有发这张地图哎，查一下。PRAIAR， 草原。草原吗？对，翻译是草原，翻译是草原。对啊，草原这张图不是很不妙吗？之前有一轮有看到草原啊，这草原这张地图真的很不好打哎，因为它是一个，如果没记错，它是一个家里的 TC 是在一个高地上，然后其实还蛮空旷的，没有什么树。没有这个指令，没有这个指令，不用再惊叹号了，没有这个指令。我们来看一下第一组赛区哦，第一组赛区 Marine Row 现在是全胜，所以点数是满的。然后 Linux 也是全胜 ，Puppy 也是，然后 Cat 这边是63，所以有输了一轮。目前前面这几个比较熟的。都看起来是还行，然后那个第6名的这个 MT 啊，是中国玩家，看起来应该是没有得晋级了。小组赛总共是4组嘛，然后每组12个，应该会打16强吧？如果没意外的话，应该是打16强，就是从每组再抽4个人出来。然后就这4个人再去打一轮，打上去这样子，应该会是双败淘汰吧？不是很确定，毕竟这个赛程真的是还蛮长的。现在才进到第3周哦，所以还有好几轮要打。那目前各自都已经完成了至少2场的比赛哦，因为这第3轮，所以这个礼拜会完成3场比赛。这个真的是要打有点久。GUA 没有错 ，GUA 3代啊，以前是3代玩欧洲文明为主的，现在是第9名。看起来4代也不适合他。然后 Now Racing Cat 的话，这边他其实从神话转过来打那个4代之后， 一直有努力，但是看起来成绩上面没有办法到这个挤进前面了，就是进16强都还有一些难度，跟前面这些 S 级的玩家比起来，没有办法进到前20。那前50应该是有机会，但是如果你只有做到前50的话，基本上是不太可能靠这个比赛为生，不太可能靠玩世纪帝国为生。这个就是这个比较现实的层面了。因为你打到这个名次，基本上连那个小奖金都拿不到。好，这边是 B 组赛区哦 ，iMagic、Vortex、Beastie 啊 ，Beastie 这边也是来到了2胜，但那个 point 算的有点奇怪，也不是很懂。那个 PTS 不知道怎么算的，为什么会有-6这种分数，不是很清楚。这边印象比较深的。怒许这边倒是蛮意外的他从3代转过去之后，打4代好像也还行，也有可能是这个赛区他还没有撞到，不对啊，他也撞到前面的 Beastie 了，那这样好像还行哦，1-1，看一下他对到其他人的这个赛事的结果是如何。那这个赛区也有越南人哦，那个第9名应该是越南人。Who will win Game 2？ 然后来预测一下。我要压3DB， 多压一点。先压个100再说，点数太少了。好 ，Recon 这边是 A 区，Recon 竟然排第1名啊！然后 The Mista 排第5 ，DFP 第6。然后那个第7名有跟小型猫咪打过，现在那个第7名有跟小型猫咪打过，不知道小型猫咪还有没有印象？我来看一下这一次的赛事到底有多少个玩家，看一下 ，Call to Arms。好，亚洲区的话，中国玩家有1、2、3，好像4吧，4个中国玩家，4个中国玩家。越南的话，这一次，越南1个，只有1个看错了吗？对，确实只有1个，对，确实只有1个越南玩家。大部分都是欧美玩家因为这个比赛毕竟是欧美赛区。问就是 all in， 这么少钱不赌大的，等一下就破产，等一下就破产。小猫，你还记得你打那个卡萨巴吗？希望你还记得，如果你忘记了，我可以丢链接给你看。好，草原地图哦，这中间休息也休太久了吧？超过5分钟了吧？这边分别进什么？罗斯都被禁掉了，然后德里苏丹 B 的德里苏丹被禁，然后 Recon 的蒙古被禁，所以 Recon 法国输掉之后，他没有马国可以用嘞。他没有马国可以用了，三小，他最强就是马国，他2个马国都被 ban 掉了，还不如看阿垮，什么啦？别闹了。好，这一场是蒙古对上马利。好，地图是草原。 果然是那张高地的图哦。这个图以前神罗很强，那现在其实不是很好用。蒙古玩这张图其实蛮好的，就是它其实很容易用塔攻，就是2个长枪兵，然后加1塔去做压矿这个动作。因为其实附近没有什么树，这边开局补一点木头之后，应该会马上盖一个兵营，然后直接装备生产长枪兵。这边马力开局正常哦，应该是先砍一些树。这边齐村砍树之后，补5个房子在矿场的旁边。好，这边开始回去转采肉。ID 决定胜负，傻笑。好，这边果然下了兵营啊。看到这个草原有没有？这凸起来，你知道吗？它那个房子是不能盖在斜坡上的，它那个房子会因为这个地形的关系，不能盖在斜坡上。这样肯定输不了。是谁输不了？是黑子输不了，还是身为黑子的对手输不了？这个要讲清楚哦。那个角色换了一下，那可是不一样哦。到底是谁输不了呢？哦，蒙古这边果然是2枪的前压，黑暗前压。这边草原真的是羊很多羊超多的，羊真的超多的。然后这个矿又在前面啊，尴尬。所以他是不是也有意识到这个情况，所以没有把房子全部补完哦？这边其实本来还会再补2个房子。这边留了一个50几木头，然后又补了一些木头。这边看起来，已经有看到村民在丢火把了。村民在丢火把，这边是很想拿到这个绝掠赏金啊！只要开始有着火，蒙古就可以拿到钱了。好，这边出了一只当左兵。草原比较适合放羊，也是。好，2只当左可以上了吧？先把那个村民打残血啊！这边又来4只，再来2只哦。这边来到了5只，刚好是一个哨站的放的那个人数。快要跑出火焰记号了，感觉会掉。村民要来修吗？村民是来采矿的，不是来修的。B 这边打得很凶。哪里时代一出兵解，蒙古这场就已经赢了？这已经判定胜利了吗？老猫已经判定了胜利宣言。刚刚应该压3D B 多一点的，压 B 多一点分。这个露天矿场直接着起来，边着火还可以边采矿，真金不怕火炼。互相在拖延对手。好，这边正面敲开戳，哎呀，这个微操有没有把残血的往后拉？B 这边想靠人数取胜，进去了，射。好，这边直接压掉了玛丽的一个矿区，玛丽现在有387黄金啊。结果上不了时代，简直是个笑话！哎呀喂啊，我的天哪！这边再不上时代， 蒙古都要上时代了，蒙古这边应该是停兵了，这边要准备上时代了，11支的长枪兵也已经很够了。我的老天呐！好，终于盖下去了，曼萨采石场。啊，这个看起来是不保了，这些外面这些房舍都直接成了决裂赏金。蒙古这边准备上时代，这图不知道会不会直接选那个银之树还不如点广告买个机械键盘。不要看那个机械键盘哦，那日币要19000我不知道为什么他一直给我日文广告。这边选的是陆石他选的怎么会是陆石？要打这么凶是不是？我真的觉得陆石加那个速度体感没有很强。话说为什么大家都一直 ban 罗斯啊？罗斯有这么强吗？就不能让他出来一下？哦，这个伐木场也被针对啊，因为草原这个图树真的很少，两边都上时代2了，再来就是一波新的交战。罗斯这么低能的文明，就欠 ban 啊？我以为会 ban 个什么蒙古之类的啊，真的是这一季的赛事都没有看到罗斯然后安迪不是还出了一个文明排行吗？罗斯也不是第1名啊。好，这边出来放火了。罗斯是另一个世界的存在，他不需要跟你们比。原来如此，我懂了，谢谢小西猫咪。我看一下罗斯的排名，排在第3呐，德里第1，蒙古第2，罗斯第3。罗斯的备选率真的超低我看一下，因为已经打了2轮了嘛，48个人，然后每个人都打2场，每个人都打2个对决，他的选用率总共才7场超少。其他人都是2位数，30几场、40几场，只有他是个位数7场。然后德里苏丹也很少，18场。好扯哦！罗斯现在是这么诡异的文明吗？这么强势，小猫改练罗斯了。异世界的文明，对，第2场了。BP 是放在一起看的。是啦，是有 ban pick 啦。对了，他毕竟只放了选用率。总共只选了7场，目前这么多场只被选了7场，所以基本上可以笃定就是被 ban 掉。也德里苏丹也被 ban 很多人 ban， 有的 pick 低是因为太烂，有的 pick 低是选不到。我只能说这个表呢，跟你想象的不太一样，你看了就知道了。 你不看你也知道，因为他只写了选用的场数，没有提到你那个就是选用率还有那个 ban 掉率，他没有写，没有写被 ban 了几场。对，没有错，罗杰进到了第2场，然后我的观众呢是有10个人，蛮惨的。我想说，如果像你一样有个20个人，还比较能够有这个动力，不知道了，看看之后吧。20个人都笑啊，真的是快受不了了。根本不会玩，还有人看你解说，就很难离谱。小心猫咪，小心猫咪！世界上离谱的事情可多了，对不对？没有从政经验都可以当副总统候选人，对不对？世界上还有什么不离谱的，对不对？好，这边 B 这边蒙古继续做前压，走一个小弓配长枪兵的组合。然后 Recon 这边是当左兵加这个标枪投掷者。好，这边终于把自己前面的矿给巩固住了。地能土豪耍猴戏，小猫最近怎么越来越直接了？他以前不是一个这么直接的人，他以前都会拐弯抹角的开启嘲讽模式，现在都很直接。好，蒙古这边有雀靴，来到了4只雀靴不知道为什么不补个斥候这样子视野其实有点窄。蒙古这边已经有手推车，然后采肉跟采木各一，这边点了一个远防，大概点一个远攻吧。两边都先点远防好，蒙古开始跑伤了就是真的讲，他干脆直接选银之树就好了，不要选什么路石。好，这边蒙古来到62农，村民数有一个不小的差距。哇，双 TC 加4场，这真的是有点太肥了。哪里还在家里睡月经啊？这个不是很妙啊。Recon 的马里对战局的意识上来讲不是很，我真的觉得他太喜欢玩马国了，导致只要对手把他的马国 ban 掉，那他就你知道吗？他就失能了，你知道吗？他没有这个对局能力了。好，可汗复活了。对啊，岁月静好，在养牛。还想说，怎么让我这么开心？我的20只牛都已经养出来了耶！好开心，20只牛，好爽。感觉瑞克又要输了，又要被经济给压死了。刚刚那一场就是阿拔斯一个经济大优，现在15分钟又看到这个村数差距，48比76。3分钟， 哇，小型猫咪，这个好歹也是征服者3的对局，你要给一点尊重，你知道吗？虽然还是小组赛，但至少也是个征服者3的对局。他们的头衔呢，一样的，虽然分数不一样，但头衔是一样。这边就看 B 这边是不是要再补更多兵，再一波推了，因为现在两边的兵士数量是差不多的。84农，85农比51农。这边3色兵齐全了，32支小弓，17支长枪，加上15支雀穴，还在刷长枪哦。这边继续补长枪，坚韧啊，坚韧长枪。这边有一排的当左加投掷者。好，这边打了一个信号键，加速跑，往上前跑。这边开撞了，很凶，雀穴很凶，但是后排没跟上。后排跟上了。我是觉得 Recon 可能没有意识到对手有在跑伤，因为他连跑伤的视野都没有。哦，这边还在富拉尼大围栏哦，直接被抓到。这些兵都还没升级上去哦，没有升级到10代3的数值哦，要被吃光了。就是玛丽这边连中立4级都没有看哦，所以基本上应该是完全不知道对手在跑伤，所以应该就差不多走了。这边应该算是这个蒙古这边上10代了吧？蒙古这边停一下兵就上10代了。好，看一下 Rico 能不能把握这个时间差，给对手压力哦。因为蒙古有点小尴尬。那这个村数是有点夸张啦，53比102，这个是要怎么打？好，这边视角切到蒙古这边，又放了一支箭，追上去，开撞。好，当做回头。投掷者跟上。现在当左只有7只哎，哇，这投掷者感觉被一个反抓。好，当左只要跑在前排，就一定会被小弓激活喷掉。投掷者很努力的在拉打，当左快被消耗完了。雀穴一直在打架回血。蒙古这边还不上10代。 这个资源进账的速度完全可以上时代啊。哇，这个是跑全趟21只商人是满的这个是从地图最底到中立市集这个比你开2阶采金的科技的村的金还要多。然后蒙古又有丝绸之路，不得了，真的不得了。好，这边开始补这个放牧，叫什么养羊场？但它的正确名称叫什么来着？突然有点忘记了。出到满人口的兵了，终于上时代了。乌里勒台草原防卫据点，应该选乌里勒台吧？嘉宏安安啊，力终于上时代了，需要一个流放王子，那多拉一点村就上去了。他100多村他阿拔斯100多村就算了，怎么蒙古也120几村啊？快130了，啊130村了。这个资源进账完全直接可以2本跳4本。他的跑车开过来了，呼里勒台正在前往战场支援非常快，是有加过油的。再往前放吧，再往前一点吧。那怎么放在后面？继续往前摆，呼里勒台继续往前挺进，应该会直接压在家门口啦，不太可能就直接在外面而已。好，呼里勒台再次的盖起来，开始进入回血的节奏。这边出了一些说法骑手，卡住了，卡住了，呼里勒台放不下去，笑死！这边这个锁法是有确实的干扰到呼里勒台不能展开。哇，这边 B 这边直接被一个屌虐啊，还敢呼里勒台，盖不起来，呼不起来。哎呀，本来会赢的，结果被搞到输，呼里勒台展不开，卡住了。白死了10几只小公啊！虽然这个经济完全是屌虐，但对方这个家里的出兵点没有办法。干脆把出兵建筑物都往前开好了，不要在家里铲了。 压力还要走过来，太久了。两边死的村数，因为这个 B 的村比较多，所以死的比较多。145农，148农对上72农，村数接近2倍。直接到前面吃果树。哦，那个村直接被抓到，死一波村。哦，10-10，两边差的分数来到了10-10。蓝色这边的 Recon 是有拿到2个遗迹啊，然后直接2跳4哦，跟小猫说的一样，直接升级时代4。不是选择不是那个出兵的建筑物，是选择白色浮屠，是不是？对，白色浮屠没有错。上帝王了。哦，这边 Recon 开始有意识的去攻击蒙古的商队。蒙古开始攀精锐科技了，然后并且把3阶的攻防都点下去。这边用2只索法骑手爽吃啊，好多商人可以砍，像自助餐一样。哦，这边选择大军直接往侧边压境，想要把塔清掉。但家里有兵吗？这个家里守得住吗？胡里勒台继续往前开吧，开到对手脸上再展开。哦，这边大肆的开始补军事建筑物。这边把胡里勒台也一起往下带，可能是想帮商人回个血吗？好，玛丽回到家里。其实打到这边，靠着免费的这些牛啊，然后富拉尼、大维兰的效果，这样子好像还有得跟蒙古打，即使蒙古有跑伤。那玛丽这边还是蛮有机会的，他的资源进账其实还是有得打。好，这边选择女猎手要塞哦，不知道为什么不选巴拉古。玛丽的军事单位数非常多啊，只靠目前 B 这边的军事数量要推进，其实有点难。哇，这个地方又被反打，感觉 Recon 还有机会哦。这靠着这个玛丽的经济恶心程度，还有得打。 还有机会，还有机会。
Will have more food due to the Grand Falanic Ride. Now he's fighting outside of the Kurultai range. It's just kiting back and forth for now.
Yeah, Recon's army finally starting to thin out a little bit, though. B continuing to push forward. Recon still doesn't have the upgrades in, and he has fully taken this fight. B probably realizes that this is going to be a huge victory for him. Still has all those imp upgrades.
哎呦，这边的交战，
Yeah, this is looking
玛
really rough now. He's losing his
丽
military
好
now.
不行
That is that
啊
one
不
thing he cannot lose right now. Imperial upgrades finally
没有
coming
进
in,
防啊，
but it's
没
a
有进
little
防
bit
啊
late now. He's lost like 20
玛丽人没有进防啊。
I mean, there was a second ago, he had 120 military. He's at down to 40. And B, it's not like he's taking eco damage behind this. He's not going to have a problem at all with his military, which is just staying at his 200 pop overall.
Elite Sofa has also come in though, from the looks of it. Golden Hats out there on those guys, but still the Kashyyyks
啊，
already
这个
also
军事数
fully
跟
upgraded here
经
behind
济
us.
人口数都开始
And he's just running
压
in
制反超。
non-stop.
句句
Game number 2 looks scary on both
这边
sides
再次有
at multiple times.
这个
Just B
3DB 拿下胜利哦，2000多了个观众，蛮多的。劳力存款不够，
Yeah, it was excellent
可惜了。
there from B. He knew, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna like delay feudal age quite a bit from my opponent. He's investing into Dunzos, and I'm just gonna second TC and scale further with trade. Like that's villager graph here right now.
小型猫咪干嘛打一个问号
You
啦？
see the cattle
你都不知道现在 Twitch 都是这样子的吗？
quite a bit. But
下一场我也要压3DB，
overwhelming here by B. But
哎、我赢了142点哎，下一场 all in
B
3DB，
stopped at 120.
实力差太多了。140 village for the win。
Yeah, it would have been harder to continue to kind of
Yeah, I
match
want
that
some-
mass on the other side when
want
he was
some
losing
point.
his army, and I still felt like Recon would have been able to kind of steamroll it through and potentially have that just mass that he was able.
玛丽30分钟前就死了，刚刚只是还在挣扎。
Exactly. Military count there. Oh, that's a steep dive.
你看他的军事数100多军事数直接被
Yeah,
打到
as I
崩
said,
哎、
also, it always
好惨。
feels a little bit awkward playing.
本来以为这100多军事数上时代是还大有可为，但看起来是我错估了 Recon 的操作。
Yeah, he didn't have any of the upgrades, and like we were talking
Hey,
about, B hit Imperial.
38万点对11万哎、3DB 压的人还是比较多。
Had all of those upgrades for that fight, and just proved that that military outclassed his opponents, even though he was outnumbered.
单纯蒙古的军事数不会变
That's
少，
enough for game number 2. Number 3.
这什么意思？你是指玛丽100多人都杀不死对手的1-2只兵？
One that I don't see too often.
I can tell you what B is gonna be doing here. He's gonna be making a lot of Donzos. Yeah, he's gonna start with a lot of Donzos though, because Recon is gonna be
哦
walling.
满人口一样可以独条，出兵使一只就出一只。
Transportship is gonna be coming in, and then
哦
it's gonna，be
满条的，反正就全部排在柱列当中，看起来才会都没有
Yeah,
掉。
it's one that it's always so
懂。
weird to play against.
那玛丽是没有排柱列，下一场是运河哦，
Deal with this. It's so
下一场是
hard
运
to
河，
deal with when people practice it. Those
换那个3DB 用玛丽，然后 Recon 用
use
英
that
国。
range to their favor, but English has a lot of strength themselves. Obviously, they're able to
休息3分半，我去拿我的冰淇淋
they。have those villagers that, you know, they can shoot their little short bows and they should be able to kind of boom up themselves. Have Dark Age men at arms too that can go in their favor. But ever since that one armor change, it really has helped a lot of the other civilizations keep on these hybrid maps.
Exactly. Don't forget that Nonza also have +1 armor, so it's more even in this matchup than any other that doesn't have rudimental armor. I mean, English on this map especially, it is such an aggressive map canal. All the resources are towards the middle. It can become really awkward when you're nestled like inside your spawn. And that's where English can be really great, right? Because one of their landmarks is either a keep or a town center in the castle here. So they can decide, okay, I'm just gonna place a TC and have like better scaling there outside. They also
不打蒙古，不懂打蒙古想拼枪兵是什么想法？
overall English is a
当左兵想说可以有一个射程吧，可以先射一下这样。
anything can happen.
好，我们这边 all in 3DB 啊，这个玛丽打英国不会输的。
An innovator. He's the one that always kind of surprises people with his build. He
输
just
不
does
了，
something
输不了。
completely different than what everyone expects. I think Molly on now
20万比5万，
kind of Lin
我
like
们看看这个分差。
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree. So, gonna be interesting to see what exactly
可以调大声一
is
点。
here in store for us. It's gonna be 2 more minutes until we go into our second game there, into our third game here of the series. Potential match point for
21
B.
万比12
These
万
2 minutes though. There is something I wanna direct your attention to. We got in the bottom right hand side here on our beautiful lobby screen. We got that Call to Arms community support goal, and you can contribute to it no matter if you sub, donate, cheer. Anything goes, and it does help EGC TV, does help the AOE4 community,
数量有
does help the entire tournament scene, does help EGC provide you tournaments like this one in the future. So
感
if
冒
you
这样
feel
讲就太直
generous,
接
if you
了
maybe，have
他就
that
搞不好
cheeky
想要
Twitch
赏
Prime lying
鸟
around,，
所以才要拼一
this is your
下。
chance to use it.
Yeah, I see by the beautiful graphic, the most recent one, Robbie Tron, good old AoE4 world back-end guy. So
这边
big shout out
Recon
to
选
him. He does
英
a
国
lot
打
for
这
the
个河
community
道
and
这张图，其实我觉得
appreciate
是有优
the
势
other
的。
subs now that we're seeing come on
黑暗可以
into
出
play
那
as
个装
well.
步，其实可以给到蛮大的
Thank you
压
guys so
力。
much. It is very much appreciated. And actually, look at that. Anonymous
哦，
coming in with a big
有匿名
50
证理人
gifted subscribers
狂
here.
送，
Thank you very much, Anonymous. Immediately raising our Call to Arms community support goal by 100 whopping points here. It is very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
发烧
Yeah,
列
it all
车，
just goes in to support the community, support
没想到这个游
all,
戏竟然还有
and
发
have
烧
more
列车可以
tournaments
用。
like these, which there are a couple more planned here this year already. So excited to see those. Excited to see kind of the different setups. You already have seen how many, whether it came from the typical tournament brackets, so now we're seeing some Swiss play. It's always kind of cool to see how the different setups are and how they tend to play out.
Yeah, exactly. I really enjoyed this setting though as
哦
well.
又赠送了
Like
5个
the
订阅。
Swiss brackets that we have. I mean, we've gotten so many really epic sets here going so far that usually are like
Level 9的
sets
发
that
烧
we
列
only
车，
see
哎，
towards the later stages of a tournament, like towards like the finals and something like that. We've had a lot of really great sets here so far.
Oh, absolutely. This tournament has been hyped, and it's not even to these final rounds yet. Shout out to some more gifteds, but yeah, we are about to be starting game number 3 of our first series
差不多要开
of
始
the
了。
day. It's Recon versus 3DB. It's going to be Canal, and
这图
I'm
中间有一
definitely
条
gonna
河，
be excited
然
to
后可以
see
一路
what
到对手
3DB
的
has
家
in
门口
store for，us.
所以
Yeah, he's been looking really strong so
如果
far.
河掉的话，差不多输了。
Especially with like Mali and some cattle. That is not a civilization that you see there usually. I know I've tried it a couple of times. I
听
tried
说
to
以前
sort
是
of
标
like
准图
emulate
图纸，
what
后来
I
被拔
know
掉
he
了。
would do there. It is tough, but he has the timings down. He has practiced this a lot, I would imagine, macro-wise. So yeah, gonna just
好
have
像
to
我也
wait
对
and
这张
see
图有
what
印
he
象
has，
但
done
好像
so
真的
far.
没玩过几场。
Yeah, macro-wise, it's always cool seeing some of these like pros builds that are different. Like they will literally get to the
好像
point
是
where
前
they're
几
like
季的
zero
图吧，
resources
不知
across
道是
the
第2季还是
board.
第3
But
季。
enough of that. Thanks for the additional subs coming in, but it is game time. 3DB immediately dropping that barracks as you were mentioning, spawning in on the east side of the canal, and opponent Recon in the English in the west side of the canal, moving
那
out
很有
to
趣
the
哦
water already. As we
，3DB
were
开局
expecting.
就先下了兵营哦。
Ooh, yep. There we go. We got Recon there playing as the English. Already 2 villagers moving out towards the middle. B so far
其
has
实，在
not
前面
started
几
moving
场啊
out yet.
，BST 就为我们示范了
Be
这
questions
张图
where
真
are
的
they gonna go
不能
exactly?
像
I'm
某
just
些
gonna
观
drop
众
their
讲
dog
说
on
黑
the
暗
bottom side.
开打
It feels
是
like
太
he's just
过。
moving out right now in order to see
那
if
其实
maybe
黑
he
暗
can
打，我
deny
觉得
the
才是
dog
正
from his
常的。
opponent.
这张
Okay,
图
never mind. Now he's moving back.
你
Now
黑
he's
暗
moving
不
back,
开始
dropping
打，
his
中
own
间
dog.
其实很容易就输掉
I've
了。
just been scouting for the shrawfish line there.
Yeah, I mean, it's one that early on everyone thought English was going to be way OP
他
on
只
this
要
map
投了
because they
资源
thought you
去
were going to
抢
be
那
able
个
to
船，
deny your
你把他
opponent's
码头
water.
打掉，
Obviously,
他
with
资
the
源直接没
timing,
办法送
figured
送
out
回
real
家，
quick
那2
that
只
even
船直
sending
接
5 villagers, you
那
can't
2-3
get
艘
out
船
fast
直接
enough
变
to
白
fully
痴。
deny the dock from getting up. And so I feel like moving out across farther is just a little bit of idle time that he caused for himself.
Yeah, agreed. And first Lonzo already coming out here for B. doesn't wait it around at all. He's just straight
没有
going
错
for the aggression. Donzo already moving across the map. Scout.
因为 Roger
Scouting it
频道
out
的
though
观众
for
就有一个
Recon,
一直
so
坚
he
持
does
说
know
黑暗
what's
打，
up. Question is how is he gonna react to
他
that?
觉得太过分。
Yeah, we'll see if 3DB can micro these.
那我是
Donzos
觉
a
得
little
其
bit
实
more
黑暗打才是
efficiently
正
than
常
we
的。
saw the last game against the Spears from that Recon was going up against, but Recon's reaction immediately pulls back those 2 villagers. So
你
he's
可以回去
actually
看
had
哦
quite a
，BST
bit
有
of
一
idle
场
time early on. Just has 1 fishing boat so far to
忘记打谁
save
了
for it, and 3DB
好像打
another
怒石吧。
Donzo just now on its way.
Yeah, I mean now it looks like he's just
直接
gonna
把
try
对手
to
打到
transition
上不
into
了
like
时
a
代。
fast food late
同一
here.
个
Maybe
文
get
明哦
some of those longbowmen out. Try to defend against the Donzos that are out
英
there
国内战
from B. I mean, he does have a
把
fair
对手
amount
打到
of
上不
villages
了
right
时
now
代。
on food. Has 10 on the
但
sheet
是他
there,
看太
3 on the gold. So
太
the timing should be quite nice for him. Also, he's getting
同意
2 of the ships out on the shoreline fish. I mean, Donzos, they're still gonna take some time here in order to burn through that dock. It's gonna happen eventually, but he can just build that one up again. And yeah, I mean, so far not the worst for Recon. It would have been more optimal if you only sent a single villager outwards. He didn't need the.
船只沿岸鱼的效率
there, I
也不是
believe.
不打就一定会输，还是
But
得
it's
看
not,
文
it's
明
not the
选
worst
择
for。him. He's still gonna get a pretty
嗯
decent age up
也不是
timing
说
in
不
here
打就会输，
pretty
就是
soon, I
怎么
believe.
讲？因
Yeah,
为你
one
中
thing I
间
will
只要
say is
合到，
3DB did just circle
也不是
around
说
with
你
this
一定要
scout,
吃鱼，
spotted
吃鱼
out
这件事
Recon's
情
gold,
不是
so probably
必
knows
定要
that
做的
Recon
事情。
gonna be
但重点
going
就
up
是掌
to,
控河道这件
going
事
up
情
to
是一
feudal
定要
age
做的
pretty
事
quick,
情。
and I think he decided instead
而且我
of
现在把你
earlier
码头烧
aggression
掉，你等一下
play
渔船就不用工
and
作。
continued investments into the Donzo to match that feudal age himself.
Yeah, he's got only 3 Donzos out right now, so it's gonna take a
没有
while
没有
for
错
him to
，Marine
burn
Row 跟
that
BST
dock.
都是黑暗开
Does he even
打。
have a pit mine yet? He doesn't have a pit mine yet from the looks of it. Yeah, no pit mine. He's just mining gold normally. This is
中
gonna
间
be
的
good
主
because
控权有
Donzo
抢
is
到，
coming in and it's gonna be at a pretty decent
等一下会
timing.
战会比较顺利啊
If。he pulls like 2 more villagers to build that, I believe he could even save the dock.
Yeah, I think you're right. He could end up saving the dock unless 3DB kind of
他的
zones
船已
those
经回本
bills
了，你的
away
兵不会回
from the
本。
Donzo. What I kind of expect
可是
is
你码头掉了，不就
Recon
等一下不能
potentially
出
just end
船
up
吗？
building a second
你要再
dock
花
once,
200木来补
once
码
feudal
头
age。finishes and a longbow or 2 gets out and pushes the Donzo away.
Okay, there we go. Council Hall. Further and further to completion. Not sure if it's worth sending out a villager here right now just to try and repair the dock. Actually, Mansa Quarry suddenly getting dropped down. Looks like B. Yeah, he
让
pulled
时
a
代
couple
又
more
没有比
villagers
较
onto
慢。
gold mine to get the gold that he needed.
要看你有没
I
有
mean,
想要牺
at
牲
the
这
end
个
of
码
the
头
day,。though,
如果你想要保这个码
Recon,
头，你
he's
就会出
been
兵嘛
on。
你
2
出兵的
fishing
话，
ships
是不是
and
上时代就比
B
较慢？
doesn't have a pit mine, so this just still feels very good for Recon.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a win, and it's not like when he destroys the dock, the fishing boats just disappear. They will go idle for a bit, but I'm sure a dock.
150木也是木好吗？
long term.
讲的好像
He
150木
finally
不是木
moving，out with a villager
跟
of
船一
his
起回
own.
本，
So
夸张
wants
了，
to
夸张了
invest，into
哪有回那么
some,
快？
some
太夸
dock
张了
play
吧？
himself.
This feels very risky right now because as soon as the council hall comes up, there's going to be a ton of longbowmen, and something that longbowmen can do that a lot of other archer civilizations can't really do, or a lot of archers can't really do, is they can take really great engagements against ships, especially on canal where the canal is like really thin, so ships can't really kite back and forth. The longbows really excel
好
there.，
第一波这边先压了对手的长弓
Come，on, buddy. I mean,
好，2只长弓
3DB
出来了
just。punishes that first longbow for popping out and heading right
好
towards the
这边
dock, but just shows
玛丽也
how
上了
good
时
those
代
longbows are playing against their counter units, though, with how much return
好，
damage
这边
they have.
换这个玛丽补了一个码头
Yeah.。And Doc does get replaced there by
看这边势必是要再出来补一个码头嘛，那我等一下就会小弓就会断卡人口。
He has 4 out, could go for a couple more. There he goes, queues up a couple more.
来看一下玛丽怎么应
Couple
对
more。villagers on wood right now, I believe. He still has a very solid food income right now, which he doesn't need that much food income considering that now he just wants his power longer.
Yeah, he just needs everything going into the wood for the most part. 3DB on the other side, he's planning on that double broad axe to invest into his wood economy quite a bit. He
英国
has
长
a
弓打
dock
这张
of
图
his
还是蛮
own.
强的，长弓可以拉着
The
传
question
射
is。for him though, like if you go a fishing boat right here, it's just gonna have to jump right back inside the dock because those longbows are gonna fire it down.
Yeah, and when you get like 10 longbows out, they're also going to be able to take fights against pretty much any kind of ship there as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where you
玛
can
丽这
play
边好像
that
停
range
兵哦
game so well, just kind of kite back and forth, pull the ships out. Donzo's tried to circle around, find somewhere to do some damage, and
哦，这村民好
Alongo
凶，直
was
接拉公
already
射了。
there, waiting for.
不对，这不是村民，是长工，看错了。
Quite nice there by Recon, just keeping that one single longwoman there to defend his goal. And now he's investing into Galley, even though there's been not a single ship from B so far, but it does help him secure the middle further. Archery range coming up from B now as well, and I mean, if he makes a ton of javelins, this could still be dangerous here for Recon. But if you have a really solid mass of longbows, javelins take a while to produce, so if you're able to pick them off, it's still very easy for the English to just outmass them.
Yeah, I was actually surprised B didn't try to opt for some cavalry, but it's hard to utilize.
因为花了非常多的
that
资源在补
mobility
那个
when
露
your
天
food
矿区哦，
economy isn't
因
really
为前面
booming
出了那
with
些
any
枪
water
兵
eco or anything of the
当
sort.
左兵。
Longbows pushing up. No villager's going to be able to be found, but does spot out the range and might be able to just pick, like you said, pick those javelins off right as they come out, or at least get a fair bit of damage down.
Yeah, javelins do have a long production time there, and first javelin does come out, first shots on it, and
现
you can
在
see doesn't do too
玛丽
much
稍微有
damage,
点
but
陷
in
入了小
mass,
被
like
动。
javelin, they have a good wind-up time, and also
英
the
国的
attack
村
speed is
数
not
略
nearly
微
as
领
fast
先。
as it is from longbows. And yeah, with those advantages, longbows in many situations are just able to outmass the javelins.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's a numbers game, it's a range game too, so you'll get to that point where just there's so many longbows, you're able to pick off a few javelins, and the javelins can't close the distance, or don't want to close the distance, I would say, sometimes, because getting themselves a little too far out.
What's important right now for Recon is to still
航空
keep
数量
producing
来到了
military.
12只。
Be caught out in a situation where your opponent suddenly has similar military numbers. And it looks like he has some gold right now. I hope he doesn't greed and go for like a really fast castle age attempt here, because that might just
我中间也补上了一个
break
塔
the。back of Recon there if he really invests that much into
其实
it.
不是很懂哦，这边 Recon 怎么打的，好像有点偏保守，
Could still be a very bad situation
打的
there.
不够凶，我觉得。
Recon,
因为好像是可以进去压到一些东西。
The ship that he had in queue earlier, the galley, and now B is investing into a galley of his own.
The thing is there's that wall out, but he's, I think he might be using it to kind of hold these longbows hostage a bit, and javelins can actually kind of close out. And
木和不合入战斗侦察兵，
Recon did move out onto the stone.
不是啊，高手好像刷战斗侦察兵的人比较少，都出正规兵种，
A good amount of damage that he actually is able to get down on those longbows.
就这个很烦啊。那个船会一口气放好几支箭，然后补血又是免费补血，只要靠近码头就可以补，又不用耗木头。
Especially since like 2 patches ago, or like with the latest season drop, they made it so that the galley ships actually like they fire really. The arrows are less spread out, so the galleys do much more damage to like a single point now.
Oh yeah, so clumped up units that much more dangerous to try to fight galleys against, but the spread formation that much more effective.
Exactly. That's that's a normal fishing ship here. So B now also investing into some more food eco.
哦，这边英国选择点了这个捕鱼的科技，
There's not a ton that B can really.
然后把手推车也开了。
Against
那玛丽这边也是陆续的把科技先攀起来，
Recon's also investing into horsemen here.
手推车点了，然后一阶木、一阶金，然后一阶肉都点了。
Quite a good amount of damage here, and B spots it
哦，
out.
这边打死了斥候，直接回不了家。
Yeah, we'll have to see.
A couple of the javelins trying to return fire, trade back on the scout on the other side. I think he's just going to escape a bit, but will get the vision, will get the information.
目前英国的村数有点领先哦，
Looks like
领先了大概7只村。
he wants those javelins to be able to do that much.
但是因为
more.
玛丽有那个露天矿区2个哦，所以账面上的经济是没有落后太多，
The horsemen.
甚至还有一点点赢啊。
Recon also grabbing the range defense.
总资源进账
wants to invest a lot.
看起来玛丽稍微赢一点点。
I'm on the fence. I'm very much on the fence about this. There's also some more Donzes coming right now. Now those might get sniped by the longbowmen.
开始
They
铺
stopped
田了。
dancing a ton of the longbowmen, which in my opinion doesn't feel good. I think you want like this really big ball of longbows that are just able to pretty much one-shot the javelins as well. There's a unit at the top. I see an orange dot right now.
两边进入了岁月静好的时候哦，
Space of Recon.
A scout?
No, it's too slow for a scout. Is that it? think it's too slow for a scout at least.
It is. Yeah, no, he only has one scout out. It's got to be a Donzo or a Javelin. It looks like
Might be
it's
a
pulling
Donzo then.
back now.
对啊，英格兰真的很不敢打，
Even still though, B, he's taking this
他
opportunity.
长弓的射程优势没有办法发挥出来，
The walls in coming in for
应该还是要多做一点侦查。
I guess trying to secure that next gold, and it was a Donzo. It might have been a misclick, or he might accidentally control all military.
你是每次
Try to get some pressure on that gold.
变好，这边转了一些漏旗出来啊，起手
To see what exactly he's going to be going for. Might just be going for an attack on the pit mine here from B. B also got a second pit mine outwards of his base. And B actually has a ton of food income right now. Wondering if he's just eating off cattle right now in his base.
不然这个露天矿场也盖得太爽了，直接出来外面直接
Yeah, he doesn't
全部
have
盖
any
满。
close to that amount of fishing ships, and it does look exactly like that. There's 3 cattle down. but
蒙古跑商加开 TC， 两 TC 也是一无所知。
Yeah, it's a very, very solid food income right now.
但是
and
我这样说实在的啦
there,
，Recon 你把他的马
there
国
is
禁掉了，
the
他基本上
line isn't
就
looking too good.
瘸了，你知道吗？
Is getting the tech up in, going up
他对这些
to the
文明，他其实连出骑手都有一点障碍，
moving forward here. Look at that.
因为他的专长就是出金马，
Ships.
你不给他出金马的文明，他就不太会玩这个游戏了。
Not really doing too good for himself now. A couple longbows pressing forward. Might try to attack from across, and farms have already been.
我这边盖的是王宫，
Even if food gets denied is on the water, Recon will have a good amount still with those farms already.
哇，这个要硬打吗？这个有一个哨站，
Really quickly. Look at
哦
that.
哦，把船打沉了，好扯，
That one.
要把船秒杀。
Against range units, and unluckily for him, the galley by legal rules is a range
不
unit.
可思议。好，瑞孔这边上3了，
Instantly. Castle H now coming in.
玛丽这边有巨大的兵力优势，可以一口气把海踹掉吗？
31 javelins. And now he's going to be pushing forward.
Yeah. This is a second TC.
好，这边要来阻止这个英国的海上了
At。least have that bonus.
英国不知道扛不扛得住这一波，
Sniping out, getting some damage in. Nothing too crazy though.
这一波来势汹汹，
B is stepping up, and all of a sudden, all of those ships fall.
所有的渔船都被打沉了。
Just really hurts.
这丢太远了吧？这个标枪直接把船射沉了。这标枪是铁做的，是不是？
It's not the worst. It's not the worst.
把船弄沉了。
After all, but the military numbers right now, it's pretty despairing considering that recon
村树直接被反超回来了，
worth too much.
被海边的这个河的船直接被打沉。
Army value, B is leading it by.
然后玛丽的村跑到下面来围墙，
Recon doesn't quite have those tech advantages he needs. He's still on horsemen. He's still on longbows. And so nothing too scary that B can't deal with feudal age units.
好，中间的塔也清掉了，
Yeah, units get picked up
这边
there.
把码头也清了。
Now going for that dock. I wonder if recon just invest into like a single demo just to kill these Donzos, but doesn't look like it. Now it's gonna be too late, and the dock is gonna go down.
And you know,
好，
what we
清
saw
掉。
the other week and had someone.
Recon，你的码头着火
Ran
了
out。of wood and didn't even have enough for a lumber camp. I'm starting to get scared
Oh,
for.
Sword of versus
It was
Samu.
yeah, it was
这
sword.
边就
of-
看玛丽什么时候要上时代了，
Recon's wood line, especially being the English. You
可能
need
会直落3了，
another
我想
wood
这一
line,
场。
And he needs to be able to move out and reclaim it because he's starting to run kind of low.
Yeah.
Recon 又走远了。
Be behind this, so smart. Also adding in a couple of Musafani warriors, just as recon is about to transition into men at arms. He's getting
看来我对这个玩家看的也还是挺
all the
清
men
楚
at
的
arms。for the castle age and just trying to get a lot of these men at arms out. Now men at arms for the English, they have a lot of bonus armor, so they take a lot less damage.
Recon 其实会一直很有意识的去拿地图上的资源，不管是
A lot of bonus damage against
采
heavily
吃野猪啊、吃鱼啊，或者是抢遗迹这些事情。可是他对战斗这件事情呢，实在是没有什么想法哦，没有什么侦查，没有什么骚扰哦，没有什么打对方的一些弱点部位，骚扰真的是不够，然后多线又不太行。他单线的控马控得很好，但多线呢真的是
behind that B. is also not too far off of Castle Age, and he's just massively
征服者等级，
upgrade anyways.
但是还不到职业选手等
This is
级，
looking really dangerous now for Recon. He's
要靠这一行吃饭，可能还是有一些难度。
But he only has 6 on the field, and he barely has the wood. Like, where is he gonna get wood in for more longbows?
And I think B realized
不过这一场 B 的B 的这个村数哈，就没有像前几场这么悬殊的差异啊。这边 Recon 都还是有咬紧。好，这边可能会出现一个落差了吗？这边打进来了，兵力数28比76，
Pound immediately does have a Springleton placement, though. Springleton placement does good damage.
装步冲啊！
Normal arrow fire doesn't really do too much damage.
装步打时代2的兵应该都是轻松吧？
15 men at arms, fully upgraded Castle Age men at arms, but
哎呦，这边 B 好像要囤资源上时代了。
already has like 10 Musafadis out on the map. It's gonna be
咬紧村数，小输20只牛。
this army mass. He might
你要这么说也不是不对啦，牛应该是养满了吧？因为现在画面都没有 take 到那个 B 那边的情况，不确定是不是牛已经养满了。那它这个肉量真的是蛮多的哦。哇，这个一个包围，哎，装甲直接用时代2的兵硬吃，
takes a lot of shots here against these very weak units as well.
认真，
Couple of the javelins,
超扛哎！
or rather, are getting pulled forward in order to deal with the longbows. But we see the army.
可不可以不要再出骑手了，出一点那个金马好不好？
Doing a really good job, but still, in the end, I think
这一波换超亏的耶 ，Recon 这一波有赚哎。
which means that behind this, he also has a full cow transition gun.
Yeah, I feel like this is
哇，这个
for 3DB the past 2 games.
打到6800的摧毁军事的价值。
We'll see how effective those men at arms are.
然后刚刚那个 B 这边是杀了15农，
But
目前获得的摧毁的军事价值是6700，
full pastures
对手是7700，往上面上时代了，
album behind this that will start going in and
看起来应该就是大围栏没有错了。
the villager count, whereas Recon's needing to move out to the wood line right now.
That is not gonna happen yet. This
这边前面压一个大型箭塔，
that's not enough.
被抓到。
B is just gonna ignore the army.
Recon 可以找出头车了，诶，他的木好像有点不太够啊。他现在每分钟才300木，刚刚可能出还行，现在应该挤不出来。
And the full
然后现在还断金，金直接归零了，不知道 Recon 怎么打的，打到金归零了。
pumping out.
啊哈，他没金了，
This time, this means
不是他不止没地方砍树，他连家里都没金了，
Eco is idle.
他彻底断粮了，他断木又断金了。你跟我讲断木跟又断金的英国这个时代3要做什么？
Not taking a lot of damage from the town center or any other arrow fire. Keep actually gets killed by a single villager now behind this, but all the men at arms have gone down.
他不敢去踩河岸那边的那个金吗？河岸对面有金啊，
Cancelled. Needs to build it somewhere else.
I will say B, he did get a good
他再不踩金要出事了。
thinned on out. The numbers
那个资源进账超惨
a
哎、
little bit more even, but Recon, he's making that mass movement to the wood line, and he doesn't have that wood line secured still.
This could just be it now. He needs
哇，
to
这个
build
军事
a
单位
somewhere, and he
数
needs to build
虽然
a
没有说输很多
There's，so many villagers out of position. That's like 30 villagers, and he loses the fight behind it.
He's moving
我听到那个主持人一直在讲村民的事情
Needs。to just pull those villagers back to the north side. But B,
Body's going for the villagers.
对啊，他需要那个宝来控木头，结果他不是插那个白塔，他直接插一个王宫在家，
throughout everything and having
你就看这群村一直跑来跑去，这场
slowly starting to look closer and closer.
Oh, this is so good. Okay, Recon actually gets a keep up. On the other side, is able to secure wood. He needs a ton of wood right now. B actually thinks that Recon is completely out of wood, so there can't be a lot of longbowmen coming out. If Recon is able to mass a lot of longbowmen, he's gonna be able to deal with these Musafadi, which
结果反而是压了一个宝在下面，
Of course, as I said, he thought that Recon had no wood
真
left.
是荒谬。
He does have a unit torching the lumber camp over there.
对，城堡变贵了，900石头。
So he knows that wood has been secured.
我真的怀疑 Recon 是从大前年穿越过来的、哦，他像是大前年的 Meta 在打现在的 Meta，
Is it going to be a trade transition, or is that just a wall coming all the way across?
很不可思议。
It could just be a setup for a trade
很不可
transition.
思议
But it's only palisades, right? Like, yeah, it's only palisades. If that was stone walls, it would have just been done by GG. I feel like at that point, being able to
一直都是白塔比较好，没有啦，王宫你上时代单 TC 上时代补个村，我觉得也还行啊，只是他
there's still this
下的那个位置根本就没什么资源
yeah,
啊，
that's a lot of moves.
然后他现在又外面缺资源，不下白塔完全不行。家里没木头。 晚上好 ，Roger， 你看我这个可怜的观众数，就知道为什么我不敢一直做4代，我怕做下去我的观众都要跑光了。Roger 晚安。
Call the siren and hit it with a sprinkled as well, and you know, Recon knows exactly where the military is from B and is able to breathe here for a second.
Still, Musafati is still 5 in the queue. B's food income now also through the roof with that cow transition being pretty much fully done right now. Has a lot of gold income as well.
这边怎么突然就放过 Recon 了？
Transitioning into sofas from the looks of it.
这边怎么突然就打到回府了？这边不给压力。
The men at arms and the longbowmen. They do bonus damage to infantry, so they shred men at arms as well.
Yeah, and you can already see imported armor first upgrade coming in right when that stable finishes.
突然又抄起了火把，
Bodies pull their torches
这群
out.
兵到底要去哪里？
Where these guys are headed towards.
有点看不懂 B 现在的操作，打一打之后突然把兵往后拉，拉回来之后又往前冲，
In the middle, yep, wall does get taken.
对面投降，
Just send a single efficient
什么东西啦？是这样理解的吗？
information out there.
好，船开过中间了，直接打到对手家门口。毕竟那个地方强拉不起来，我可以直接从河道中间进去射你的村民。
Sacred site in the south starting to be capped by Recon, but even still B, moving those walls further and further forward. He don't want to have to deal or worry with any raiding behind this, and he wants to just have his eco untouched, unbothered.
好，这边穿过去了，两边都开始拉木墙。
Take down here. Reese will have to move back as well, and that's just tough.
对面没兵没城堡，那边退，蛮想打下一把，
Recon is getting a mangonel out. It's so fast.
笑死！
Just be everything that he needs in order to completely overrun.
会不会不要这么好笑，小心猫咪？
Has 15 sofa at this point. If I mean, you can already see he's about to have 15.
哇，现在英国的村数反而是比较多了，
Engagement, it's over.
蛮神奇的。
Recon has a 0 unit steal imported armor sofa right
就是因为玛丽一直都单 TC，
Yeah.
那其实玛丽也开了一个2 TC，
Horsemen deal great with both the
3-0了。
body as well as the general curves, but you need a big mass of them, and the crafting can be really, really
这个经济差真的是有点悬殊啊！
tough for Recon to win.
光是金的进账，一个9000多，一个1800，这个到底要怎么
Get
打
a？ good enough trade there. But still,
满的这个富纳尼大围栏，然后再加上露天矿区3个，
now. Gonna have some bad pathing. Mangonel shot. Got a huge
Mangonel shot.
fire because of the wall. B though pushing forward, deciding to take this fight, but walling out the reinforcements.
that hurts right now, and B loses a lot of military for it. Now destroys the wall, makes room for the
哦
javelins.
，Recon 这边有投石车，还有德丸哦
Just。one of the shots.
Oh, that was such bad timing for that walling by those villagers that just completely walled out his military, made him just clump up together with mangonels right near.
That was a very good first trade here for Recon. He just can't overextend right now because behind that 20 sofas, there's almost more sofas than men-at-arms. Oh, he's overextending. He might be overextending here.
Mangonel firing again, this time not nearly as good a
哦
shot.
这个窄口对 Recon 来讲很友善，但是手法起手超多。完了，投石车要被放生了吗？
Closer and closer, Mangonel not going to be alive for too much longer. Javelin still spread thin. And 3DB
Oh,
almost
踹掉了。
100 military count. Recon having to fall back and getting shredded.
Army value plummeting. B still at double the
叔叔晚上好啊
right now. 100 units out on the field. a lot in the queue as well. There's 60 Musafati warriors up right now. And finally,
99支
Recon is
兵
taking the fight up
，103 支
to
兵
the
对
best
49支兵。
conditions here
你要跟我讲这个会战打不赢，
I mean, I feel like
那肯定是有点问题啊。
down this keep and just fight under this still with how much he has out, but obviously doesn't want to throw away the military, doesn't want to take trades he doesn't have to. But this is a trade that is beneficial for him, taking out.
我大可以绕过这个城堡啊，干嘛要打你这个城堡？打你村啊！
Destroyed difference.
It is a lot. A lot of villagers have come down here. 27 still. Recon has the villager lead just due to its second TC. But let's not forget there is the full Grand Fulani Corral here behind this. Units try to defend.
哇，源源不绝的军队一直涌进来。
Safari swarming them. Now Sophus might be getting onto that Mangonel. Mangonel still alive here for now, but the Musafati just completely swarming it. Recon just losing all of his military right now.
Somehow Mangonel's still alive. Short bow's being pulled out, but against Sofa with imported armor, you're not doing anything. And Recon's numbers.
Recon 的兵出来就被吃掉，出来就被吃掉。
villagers under 3dB's Vil count, and you just mentioned
你们看这个资源进账量啊
resources B has as well.
，B 这边直接多了1000多的木头。
Recon is completely off wood again. This was his entire wood expansion. He has no access to it right now. He has to walk all the way across to the other side of the canal if he wants to get wood. And that is just very difficult for him right now. So right now he can... He still has a
啊，为什么要摧毁那个伐木场
Yeah, he still has a lot of gold in the bank for now, but...
？B 是不知道要打什么东西的，是不是？
Men-at-arms, and men-at-arms get shredded by both the Musafati warriors and the Sofas.
Actually, he's way too heavy on the gold. Actually, could be utilized.
好，这边 Recon 又再次回避了一个赛末点哦， 命很大，还没死。
Trebuchet starting to take down that keep that was protecting up his main wood line.
但木头也快没了。
TC by B as well.
不对，这边是
So much aggression and a full farm switch
B
as
这
well.
边，B 这边还好，上面都围住了。
So solid right now. Trebuchet is firing onto the keep as well. I like the switch here from Recon, finally adding in some crossbows. You really need those crossbows, even if your opponent has javelin throws. Crossbows
哦
are
，B 这边
better
哇
in that
太狠了，这边连跑上都不给对手跑，
damage to the
他直接把墙拉起来了，直接把那个中立贸易战直接用墙都困住，断绝对手能够跑上的机会。
All the way across this map, you can just see how much control he has, and that's been the story of the last 2 games as well. Just so many farms. He's about to run out of that 8k gold vein, but he's got more gold veins behind his walls already.
哦，墙越围越外面，没有石头，
out there.
修不了了。
On these, oh no, that's a good amount of sofas there to take that Springle down.
That's 30 Sofa out on the field right now. There's 1 Spearman from Recon. He's got 10 in queue, but he needs... maybe he should be producing that out of the keep.
Recon 觉得他现在还有机会哦，他这边挤一团兵出来，想打一波凶的， 但殊不知这个军事单位数量真的是有点差异了。
Now another fight happening. There are some crossbows here which do a good amount of damage to these sofas right now. Springled is getting focus, but is actually able to survive thanks to the body block. Village is also getting pulled in order to repair the Springled. Means that the keep is gonna be left alive here. And B is taking a not so good trade here. He's sent a lot of sofas.
这边一直都是那个 Recon 的战损比较好，现在已经拿到了3万的军事价值。
But Recon didn't go out to vote there. Recon's still in his base.
好，这边看侧边有没有跑村啊？
He's like he has to be getting wood from somewhere, but in reality, if you look at the military composition, Recon's only using wood for spears and springles. That's it. So doesn't really need a ton in the bank and can usually, I think he's maybe just buying it.
He doesn't have too much gold right now.
小猫说的挺好的哦，所以这边应该短时间内是不会投降。
Oh, has to be wary, has to protect the Springles. Sophos once again trying to hit the
这
village.
边玛丽的漏进账来到了3500了，不科学的数字。
Know that B is actually on a second TC as
然后金还有1700，
Yeah, and you can just see that economy difference. It's just gonna get worse.
这个只要停兵1分钟，直接上帝王。
B's fine with trading these Sofa.
Oh, stealth.
Musafati stealth into the Springle, able to pick one of those up, able to take some trades onto some men-at-arms as well, and at the same time, a northern raid burning down the walls, about to head into the main eco of Recon as to follow this up.
Such a rough spot right now for Recon to be in. There's a lot of Springle outposts here.
好，手把骑手跑进去了。
Lots of them right now. There's some spears as well. So with that, Recon should be able to deal with that, and also the Horsemen, the Sofas archers.
哇，
Right now,
肥猫的秘密基地已经把日本跟拜占庭的旗子放上去了，
not
好
getting
快
cleaned
哦！
up here.
Yep, Sofa
这也更新太快了吧？该不会连单位数值都有了？
Same thing,
大家看一
I
下。
think B starting to have his main force get cleaned up a little bit behind the walls. The Springald's doing well, and I think B's trying to do this like chokehold game, but that took a couple bad trades that allowed Recon to come back into it.
Yeah, and right now, Ami Valley for Recon actually ahead. If he's able to push out from this position now,
然后这边出木索法敌战士，
have anything in order to start sieging these positions with them behind.
一堆木索法敌战士。
How much eco can you have? And B, this feels like a beastie game.
3700多肉的进账。
These games.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen B get to 140 every single game, and so I guess we might just be seeing it again, considering trades being transitioned into behind this. He's got multiple layers of walls down at this point, and easily going to be able to secure that trade.
Fight happening. This is a fight that Recon can definitely take. He chooses to fight under his keep as well. Taking a very good fight here. Musafati not really doing too much here. Javelin throws.
对面市场 TC 一起开，然后再加挂机。
We're killing a lot on these units.
We see some more Sofa splitting in multiple groups on the backside, hitting different villager masses. So B behind this, he's just trading his military.
垃圾时间了。
More and more eco, and Recon has really been struggling in comparison.
这次的村数再次来到了被反超的阶段了。刚刚我们有提到说 Recon 这边本来村数是赢的嘛，现在你看已经落后了40村了。 哦哦，伯克郡能救英国吗？
Yeah.
Maybe Recon can stabilize here behind this.
Oh, Mangonel coming
这边要靠伯克郡
doesn't have the mass up together,
战
but
中
he's been
来
continually throwing away
打架吗？
units, throwing away units, and it's actually starting to get really scary for him, as he might have invested a little bit too much into his eco.
Mangonel gets taken out by the Springald here now. Loses that one. Stonewall's also. Oh,
地的战神确实打得很差，你看啊，才34000啊，
Stonewalls.
对面是打到了52000。
More Springals coming out, and this might be the timing that Recon can push out as well.
B 都是靠自己的经济去堆赢的。Recon 的控兵还是有在线上，虽然他有时候夺线真的是蛮烂的，他单线其实控的还是蛮不错。 尤其是他以前有一手扭力弩炮玩的特别好，有点忘记是不是他了，还是另外一位，有点忘记了。我记得有个人扭力弩炮玩的不错。
Look at that unit actually being so close to the wall makes it so that he isn't able to place that Stonewall gate.
Yeah, Berkshire's range is pretty nuts. There's one trebuchet sieging it down, but
哇，这马力枪已经拉到 太扯了啦！这太扯，真的太扯了。拉墙已经拉到对岸去了，拉到家门口了。而且不是木墙，是石墙。
Barra, very good landmark. Has recently been nerfed. It's been buffed first, making siege really, really powerful. Then it's been nerfed.
好，这边选择是巴拉古。
Right back away from them. But still, it's a really good landmark.
说书人巴拉古。
Means that you can really make use of those bonuses from that landmark. And now it looks like Recon, he's gonna start pushing forward. He really needs to push forward as soon as the age up comes in as well. That's when he knows that he's already been on a timer, but that's when the timer really starts.
好，目前 Recon 的兵是比较多的哦。
There we go. B age up.
好，这边上时代4巴拉古了。
Quite sure what he's getting. Precision training coming in. That's like the incendiaries upgrades for the audience.
Okay. And he's still trying to get some stone walls down right in front of Recon's main army. And looks like
好 ，Recon 继续用石头把他的城墙给补起来。
Yeah, they've been fully completed from the looks of it. They are connected to wood lines though, and Recon, he might want to get that wood anyways later on in the game. This might not be the worst run right now, but Recon is pretty close to being fully top capped. Like he needs to move out soon here. He's getting the elite upgrade on his
他的兵怎么绕了一圈去打那个城墙？
in the late game.
这也太愚蠢了。
In general, like your trash units are pretty much your most important units against Mali and Skidlegs.
Be able to finish up a keep and still trying to extend those walls.
哦，圣杯射到了。
Proving to be a little bit
伯
difficult.
克郡的射程真的是挺
He
远的。
secured up another wood line for himself, and again, both these players about to just be sitting at 200 pop. And if I'm gonna lean towards a civilization that's late game Imperial Age, I'm gonna be leaning towards English.
Most of the economy right now from B is at the top side, and it's completely unprotected right now, and it's not even walled. Like Recon could just walk in there right now, and that's a fight that's gonna be in the Berkshire. It's gonna be really hard for B to just run past that.
Yeah,
哎呦
can't quite get that fourth sacred
占了2个
site
圣地吗？
taken because the Berkshire's right behind that, and so the big question is how's B
3个圣地
break through this game?
Recon 这边还保有一个圣地。
With his military force, he can't just idle.
来了，不科学的转折的那个火焰箭，那弓箭会直接垂直90度往下射。
Like to go for.
A few more walls coming in, and not just a few, I mean plenty of walls coming in for B. I feel like there's just orange all over the map, and Recon's been doing that slow push out from the English.
整张图3/4都在 B 手上，
Push on out.
差不多了。
That wall, I'm not even sure if it's gonna be a
洲际巡航飞弹，
It's not just a
Oh,
slow
just
push up.
barely.
It's a no push up right now from Recon. He's getting a bombard cannon out, so might just want to play it really slow here, trying to take down the
好，
keep.
再次来到了满人口，Recon 满人口，
Yeah, I mean with that wall.
然后 B 这边还没满。
He just deleted a lot of his javelins there. He deleted all of his javelins there. All right. Okay. Interesting.
He's replacing them with some Musafati gunners.
Good unit if you have the gold for it.
哦，有废油哦。
Oh, they're spoiling oil right now. It's not as good as it used to be, but still does some damage.
He's almost got 50 Sofa out on the map, trying to play Mali like he is French over here. Those men at arms.
哦，着火了。
After taking a couple boiling oil shots, they're at about half health or so. It's again, like you said, not as good as it used to be, but
倒了。
still effective when you have 20 units trying to torch down your keep.
Yeah. Trebuchet moving forward once again. But this Berkshire is really getting in a lot of value just by denying the complete wall up here in the front from B. I mean, right now, like I'm still not sure what Recon is waiting for exactly right now. He's just piling on more and more resources. He needs to do something, and he needs to do something soon because B's just getting upgrade after upgrade. And now he's getting raids in as well.
Yeah, and that's the
好，
last
这边索法骑手再次打进去抓
Obviously,
村
he
民
has。all of his farms generating gold. Main dive kind of happened. I think B was trying to get some siege taken out potentially, but in reality, he's just losing.
这边有火炮
He's，losing
所以
some
短时间
production.
内 Recon 这个兵种组成的推进应该
They're
是
active raiding. Over
强度
100
蛮够的。
villagers from Recon have been killed this game, which is kind of crazy.
He's just done so well at like kind of just holding this main point and massing there, and now slowly pushing forward from there. B actually hasn't transitioned to trade. He's just been like he's had like 3.
好，这边来一个多线包夹，但是 Recon 这边单线控好，控阵是没什么问题。
Yeah, it's just trying to mine the map completely empty, but I feel like Recon's army is so good right now. I still don't get why he's just not pushing in way more heavily. Like look at that, the sofa.
非常怎么感觉 Recon 有机会啊？
Elite crossbowman and the elite spearman.
明明军
This is
事
a unit right now that B really
数
has,
量
would be
没有，应该说什么经济数量差了这么多。
No, he's kind of just got that mass that's like, hey, come deal with this, good luck, and you can only deal with it if you continue to.
B 是真的很想打下一场，是不是？
Mangonel shots in, but you gotta have counters.
他害我点数输光了，
Utilize your
我点数要归零了。
also being under fire now. A couple more outposts have been placed forward by Recon as well, extending the network, which is hopefully network of citadels by now, not still network of castles.
Next keep starting to be sieged down from that cannon. B hadn't been able to find any other spots to really get raids in to get through to the other side, and
Recon 现在是有机会，
sweet spot until
哎，
they run fully out of wood.
他有火炮出来啊，我真的觉得还有机会啊。
They can still make
这样真的
crossbows,
不
they can
妙
still
啊
make men
我的点数要输光啦。
heavily and Canis as well, but it becomes difficult replenishing your farms and whatnot. Very, very difficult. And
And then
B
the
right now he's
siege
just
too.
B right now he's just farming dry the map. That's what he's doing right now. He's just completely destroying the natural resource out on the map.
You know, that's what it's out there. That's what it's out there for.
而且这战神比也太难看了吧！
It's out there to be gathered up, and that's what B's just doing the right thing.
哇塞
Some more sofa
，B 这边已经杀了120农嘞，好扯哦！
He hasn't noticed. He's still losing so many villagers. 120 villagers have gone.
杀了128农，130农，你一场搞不好都出不到130农，他已经死了130。
Again and again and again.
对不对？你正面慢慢来啊，不急啊，我不急，真的。
And it's moving forward as well. It's gonna get the last shot and Bombard goes down.
B，你看他这么多资源哦。
Buildings with units instead of siege.
Yep, Springle does end up falling, but now Recon, he's gonna struggle so much harder to replenish that siege, and I think 3DB knows that. 3DB continuing.
Recon 快没有资源了。哦 ，B 这边假装好像要输了，就直接又给你一个反推。
No wood. Trebuchet also going
他是怕自己玩不够，是不是？
Trebuchet going down from Recon. He tried to repair, but he has no wood at all.
这场故意打久一点，
Military.
打3场的分量。
He just doesn't
谁？
out anything. He probably just thought he lost.
哦 ，Recon 投了。
Still, I feel like this was still a set that, or a game at least, that Recon could have potentially taken there.
他投降了，他的炮没了，他的火炮没了。 啊，还以为要翻船了。哦，还好，差点把我的点数吃光了，吓死我了，真是惊险。哎，700多点了，挺好的，我觉得挺好的。
I mean, that was a rough one. I'll say that much. It felt for a time like Recon finally.
Well played, Recon.
Then the push that could have changed the outcome of the game just didn't happen.
看到中间差点睡着，还好结束了。 啊，我只是暂时离开2分钟，结果游戏就结束了。
I'll say I can live with 3 losses to play, so I'm with Recon.
聊天室好嘲讽哦 ，Recon 真的太神了，没有人可以输了120农，好像还看起来快赢了，有机会赢。死了120农，竟然还有机会赢，怎么有一个主持人在晒猫？
He's giving us some company here. And our next set, it's gonna be. Was it Demu versus Lucifer? I think it's Demu versus Lucifer. That should be our next set here.
猫猫贴图，好怀念以前有辉哥的那个订阅，也可以刷那个可爱小猫猫。
Here we go. Yep, it is gonna be Lucifer versus Demu.
And so that's
Here we go.
one that
Got our schedule again.
比赛还没那只猫好看吗？
both of these players kind of have that specific play style, and Lucifron and Vortex had been a strong kind of duo for a while, where they I feel like there was like a 6-month period where they were kind of the people to like the aggressors, the kind of feudal timing pushes to deal with, and kind of still see that with some of them.
7点半 ，GMT 7点半是几点啊？
Exactly. And after that one, we're gonna be having Beastie versus I'm Magic, followed up by Marine Lord versus Puppy Paw. So these are gonna be our sets here for today.
GMT
Then we're gonna be having Demo versus Lucifer. I think we already saw the civilizations for the first.
哇
I
凌
think
晨
we
3点
saw Lucifron
又看到早上
playing
了。
Delhi.
And again, that doesn't really surprise me. One of the things we just mentioned, tempo, those timing.
今天这一轮也太精彩了吧，都是顶尖选手。哦，迪木啊，这超强哎，种子1对种子3，看超扯，种1对种3。
Pretty sure it's going to be another cow boom.
Yeah, Cowboom very very likely here. It's gonna
太
be
鬼了
against the Delhi
这个
Squad that
应该小型猫咪没有什么要说嘴的吧？没有什么垃圾时间吧？
military we're gonna be having out there really early
果
on.
然啊，两边都被那个罗斯跟猛
Players here, both players spanning roofs, both
我
players
操
spanning
罗斯真的是被关在冷房里面，
Yeah, I mean, to
被
be
冷冻，
expected. Both of these civilizations are really good.
冷冻小丑。
This whole map, Holy Island, and the Spanish brothers on Holy Island. Chef's kiss. So good.
Yeah, it's just they have an absolute clinic. I've actually heard a lot of the other players who wanted to start practicing and prepping for Holy Island. They watch Vortex and Lucifron games because of how well they play that map, and there's a reason why he picks it as his home map.
Exactly. After that, we got Frisian Marshes as a home map for Lucifron, and Demu, he's got Rocky Canyon and Lipany.
Yeah, Rocky Canyon, a map that kind of has come along in a lot of people's favor. And one of my favorites maps in general is one of Lucifron's other home maps, which is Frisian Marshes. I think it was like the first custom map that was started to be utilized in tournaments, and it just completely just skyrocketed in popularity and how much people just love seeing it.
Yeah, I agree. We don't quite have a timer yet for our first game here in the set between the two. So it's probably just going to be a little bit longer until we're starting in our first game here, or for our second set of the day. Seed number 1 versus seed number 3 in their respective bracket, I believe. I'm wondering who's seed number 2 in that bracket right now? Is it Lenok? Is Lenok in the same bracket?
I think it's Baltoon.
True, yeah, Baltoon got the 3-1 victory against Lash. So yeah, Baltoon right now is actually seed number 2 in that bracket.
Yeah, so very, very strong bracket, very, very kind of scary players to play against, as all of these brackets actually are at this point. And now we're getting a little bit of the timer up. And so as far as like Delhi versus Mali, I feel like Mali investing too much into Cowboom could almost just allow Delhi to get to the point in the game.
他们要不要提早开始啊？提早开始可以提早结束啊，
Obviously, we've seen Mali the past couple games
不需要
being down villagers,
一定要卡那个赛程吧？
being able to, hold their own. But I feel like Delhi is just scary with their timing specifically.
Yeah, Demu just cannot greed too much. He cannot greed too much. He needs to like mass army. He cannot just go fast cancellation. There we go. Our countdown is almost complete. So we're gonna be going into our first game of the set very, very soon. Not gonna be too much longer there. And yeah, I'm very excited for what we're going to be seeing. Obviously, it's going to be Lucifron just doing a lot of aggression there early on. Wondering if he's going to go for like a really fast capturing of sacred sites into a fast castle kind of timing-ish. With the Delhi, you also have the option against the Cowboom to like spam up a lot of keeps. And with a lot of keeps also being like acting as town centers for the Delhi, with an upgrade, able to reboom into the game as well.
Yeah, and usually, Delhi, it's all about scouting that first production build and what they're going out for to, control those sacred sites. But starting in game number 1, Lucifron on the Delhi in the yellow, west side spawning in, and in the east, it's Demu on the Mali. So let's see what we have in store for us.
Yeah, exactly. Lucifron starting off with that.
日本有在办世界帝国4的比赛，日本的白金杯
That's just what we tend to be seeing from the Delhi
，YouTuber
nowadays.
主持
Demu
的。
with the standard Mali opener here, going for the pit mine, has a nice pit mine towards the side,
台湾世
kind
纪
of
王
back-ish when you put it in a relative position to where Lucifron is out on the map. And yeah, so not a bad pit mine spawn there
看一下
for him.
白金以下限定大会
Going forward to middle and then
观看数好像有点少。
Arabia map generation that we're seeing here right now. Can we look at the overall map again? Like you see like these sort of marks in the middle of the map, which makes it look like there's a big crater towards like the middle of the map. Sometimes it happens on Dry Arabia where there's like a big sort of like actually no mind, it's just differently colored.
我们来看一下啊、底幕的蓝色玩的是玛丽，然后 Lucifano 玩的是德里苏丹。
There's like on the sacred side it does look like there's pretty deep valley there in order to get to that sacred side.
Yeah. But even still,
地图是干燥阿拉伯。
out of the ordinary, too scary to deal with. It's not like one of these where, You know, we saw Molly with the forward gold earlier.
Lucy 法哦这边不知道是不是会一样哦，一直出小攻海。
Secondary gold locations, no complaints there. One to the north and one to the east as well.
Yeah, the gold spawn definitely here not bad for Demu. Lucifron also contemplates getting a very safe additional berry spot in the back. Another one to the other side of his base, so 2 back berry spawns, quite nice for him there.
看一下那个肥猫这边
Back stone spawn.
是不是已经有
Looking good there for Lucifron.
那个日本单位的整理了？
As,
没有都还没有。
Sides being a little bit more favored position.
Yeah, that one of them kind of feels off the beaten path.
特殊兵种也还没有，都拿英国当范本而已。
It's
只有范本啊，内容物都还没有。
some walls one.
还以为已经更新完了，吓死我了。
But even still, Demu shouldn't have too big of a deal, kind of
好，
controlling the 2 main ones, or maybe denying.
这边盖的是胜利塔。
I guess in return, the middle one is like 2 large wood lines away from Demu and only 1 large wood line away from Lucifron. So I guess it kind of makes up for it.
等一下我有没有看错？
Dome of the Faith coming out here for
马里是曼萨采石嘛，然后
double buff.
德里这个是看一下，
I feel like to the point where now it's just better once again than the like not only do your
德里苏丹
half, they are 80 cost now, and they also get built much faster.
信仰穹顶建筑
Buff, but except
啊，它怎么会是盖信仰穹顶？为什么不是胜利之塔？
Scholar
这是什么新美塔？现在不是没有什么人在用信仰穹顶？
like received. I feel like it's just effective the best landmark there for Delhi once again.
Yeah, it really kind of just started.
大家不都用胜利塔吗？
More favor again. I remember when they first made it start acting like a mosque. I thought it was gonna.
就是这一次的赛程看下来，我是第一次看到信仰穹顶。
More than the Tower of Victory, which even feels weird saying, especially coming out with Lucifron, who is that aggressive person with Delhi, that you'd expect him to potentially be that Tower of Victory player.
哦，玛丽上时代了。
5 scholars instead of only 3 inside of your mosque and your Dome of the Faith. So, and you can put relics inside of it as well. So, just a lot of additional ones that just make it such a great landmark now. Dome of Faith now completed. Scholar gets
信仰穹顶的那个学者会打折，
sanctity. Very important upgrades so far. Sacred
但是正常来讲，德里时代会出兵啊，这样子你少了那个
Ghazi Raiders.
攻击的加成，蛮可惜的。
Ghazi Raider, cool little unit, cool swap on over, but against Molly, it's, you know, that heavy damage bonus doesn't really gain anything too crazy early on.
Amazon 的速是限定，
Delhi getting all those free techs in. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lucifron dropping a couple blacksmiths soon too, just to get those technologies up and running for him.
哦，这边手推车已经开好了。
Like a blacksmith there, and then blacksmith from 2, so you're able to research from 2 at the same time. But I think Demo knows that he has to be a little bit active here in order to play this correctly. So I don't think that like the double blacksmith is gonna be
佳琪掠夺者，
play here from Lucifron. It feels a little bit too greedy trying to go for like both of them. I think you need a production building a little bit earlier. And
玛丽现在才在补那个兵营啊。
Guns are gonna be out on the map soon.
Yeah, Lucifron immediately scouts it out right as it finishes. I love like seeing these pro players.
这一则似曾相识哦 ，B 4 T 也是先出佳琪掠夺者去打对手的房子。
We need to scout the base.
来看一下操作如何。
React to, because if all of a sudden Demu starts making range units and Lucifron comes in with 3 other raiders, it could just be too much of a snowball from there to deal with.
Yeah. Ghazi Raider is such an interesting unit. I'm not sure how well they do against they do have like 3 bonus damage baseline, then plus 2 damage against armored units, a lot more HP, and they don't cost too much compared to like normal horsemen. So it could be quite dangerous like going here. And look at that, behind that, Lucifron still active on the Scholar production. That's where the Dome of the Faith just kind of shines, and soon means that the production of the research here for him is going to be really fast as well on all the upgrades.
好，这边有5只的佳琪掠夺者了。
You can get to a point where, you know, it's almost like the same timing because the amount of scholars you have inside of there.
好，这边可以派驻学者到军事建筑物来加快生产。
And getting houses all around that. So Demu's really getting some solid gold.
yeah, always good to get that second pit mine early. We also seen archer range coming out here from Demu. So far, Lucifer hasn't.
有人点了村民的纺织技术，
I don't think he has any other production building. Oh, he's just hitting an archer. And yeah, with that, just
这张地图的圣地总共有3个。
from 7 Gazi Raiders early on in the game, and Ellie are just so quick when it comes to like massing up these units because you can just put one of the scholars inside of the production building, and immediately it's gonna act like 2 production buildings and just able to pump out these units really quickly.
And look at that.
Now-
Lucifer
Yeah.
Sanctity finishes, and scholars are literally sitting on the sacred sites. The third one.
因为他出马，所以地标不出胜利塔。是这样说吗？如果你有看 Beastie 前几场的话 ，Beastie 也是胜利塔一样出加旗耶。
Definitely.
Yeah. And behind that, Lucifer, he's just switching out the scholar inside the stable towards the one towards the archer range. A lot of archers really quickly. Demu hasn't even made his third archer. He does have a javelin thrower, but there's still a ton of raiders out there. Demu to contest these sacred sites.
And utilizing that scholar to heal
哇，太准时了吧！直接3圣地全抢。
those javelins.
哦，胜利塔对马没加成。
I guess not spear throw from
了解。
from the Donzo. Even still, as long as
只对步兵有加成，
back to full and losing one sacred site isn't too big of a deal.
那就看他后面小弓转的数量如何。
All those up and regroup to push this on back.
Yeah, and behind this Acid Alley, you can just look towards Castle Age as well. So much passive gold income that he now has. Like, he immediately jumped from 0 gold income, in theory, and then up to, like, 375. That's quite a big jump there for him. Like getting 3 gold immediately, fully built without investing wood in
好，底木很快就把那个圣地压掉了。
Thrown a couple of archers away by accident.
好，现在黄色 Lucifano 这边只剩2圣地。
Repositions his army. There's the double blacksmith coming out. He wanted to get a good fair bit of military first, equalize that military count.
开始养牛，
Wants to get those military research techs in.
Yeah, and the market as well. So that makes me think that he's just gonna try and sell all of his gold in order to just mass up more and more military here. Just stick it out in the feudal age, produce a lot of military, which he kind of wanted to. Right? You want to make a big clump of units. You want to try to contest the pit
这
mine.
边再压一个圣地。
And yeah, just gonna have more military than Malians usually. And Demu behind that, he's just gonna try and deny more of the sacred sites. Lucifer sends a lot of guns.
对啊，玛丽现在都有心养牛，因为史诗驻军被砍歪了，所以就变成要时代2线慢慢的把牛养起来，然后预留一个给那个大围栏的空间。
Numbers game. You just need to have the same numbers that win it out against their units. Those
所以有一些文明看到玛丽会选择出长枪或者是肉马先烧对方的这个防射，那只要防射被烧或者是被干扰到，它的金就变少，金变少，它就需要拉春补金，或者是要等更久才可以把那个牛给养起来。我就觉得这个玩法比较像是3代的概念。如果你有玩过3代的房子国，其实玩这个套路其实还蛮好上手。或者是玩过非洲，玩过这个《世纪帝国3》的非洲文明，我觉得玩玛丽也蛮好上手。这个不是世纪2会有的东西哦，这个2代玩家来玩应该是蛮不习惯。3代现在免费啦，所以也可以再摸摸看。 现在漏的进账就还蛮可观的、已经有786漏的进账。然后金这边有露天矿场2个，就已经有600甚至接近700的金的进账。好 ，Lucy 法诺开始海小攻起来了，这边目前小攻数量是27，很快应该就突破30了。迪木这边其实在多线上面也有留意哦，一直有留一些兵在那个圣地，去打对方会过来占圣地的学者。好 ，Lucy 法诺的微操或者是分队边多队控制能力也还是很强。所以这边也是轻松化解掉这个小插曲，来抢这个第3个的圣地。但是如果是这种情况，如果是彼此体啊，他就会选择拉梦墙把圣地围起来。看这边 Lucy 法罗没有这样做。那2个都是顶尖水平，对啊。总1跟总3，再插一下，再戳2下。哇塞，就让他活下来了。哦，又是一个神圣胜利的倒数。哦，压掉了。这边杀了3村，这边杀了3村，小事啊，这个小事。但重点是现在底木有13村都在睡觉，哦，回去工作了。哦，这边玛丽真的就是走一个投掷者加那个当左兵的一个流程。
Yeah, I mean, again, Lucifer just has lost unit after unit after unit. Yeah, he picks
up
villagers, but I don't think two.
Lucy 法诺的圣地只剩1个了，全2个圣地被压掉了。
I mean, income-wise, if we take all the resource into account, it's still fairly even between the two. But do you want to be even against Malians here right now?
Nah.
With Delhi, I feel like you want to be ahead.
With Delhi, I would expect them to be a bit further ahead at this point, especially with Demu investing in that cowboy behind, like you said. He's still been able to have this military number and have an equal.
这边留一点点的兵来占这个圣地。
It looks like Lucifer once again is trying to go for the recap here on the sacred side. He is sending units towards the bottom side there. Once again, units seem to be firing off there against each other.
哦，小弓还起来了，42只小弓。好，圣地清掉了。归零。
They're both just kiting back and forth, a little bit of damage here and there, but nothing too crazy because.
好，这边也有留一些兵在圣地旁边。
When we see the game turn over.
Yeah, but that was about to hit
Lucy 法诺换从下面的圣地开始战，肉看起来差不多了，囤一点金就可以上时代3了。
Demu's really just done such a good job constantly transitioning from one site to the other. Oh, the cow that got killed.
哦，已经在建了，底木已经在建富拉尼大围栏了。但是这个位置够吗？好像够，因为它是圆形的，它的那个范围是圆的，所以好像可以覆盖得到。被牛卡住，被牛卡住是哪招？是他规划错误吗？
Ghazi Raiders though weren't able to pick up any of the javelin throwers really right there, and
哎，真的哎，被一个牛的尸体给卡住了。地上有牛尸，那谁弄的啦？
Lucifron will be able to start off all his techs. He just
那
can't
谁弄的？
have control with
有一条死。
the timing of those techs, I guess, because it just takes so long.
I'm not sure.
学习之家吗？学习之坊，忘记那个宫殿地标的名称叫什么了。
Oh my god, that's gonna be potential
学院
archers there.
除了发展到下个时代之外，不会获得任何立即性的加成，
Just make their way.
有许多独特的经济与宗教科技
In。the middle, there's a big fight about to happen. Oh, Donzos are there. Perfect timing. Lose a couple of villagers though. It looks like Lucifron is kind of just throwing away a lot of these.
是大只， 都直接盖歪耶！
Since there's still a whole lot of Donzos
想说怎么可能底木会犯这种错误？
try and push in right now.
我歪的太离谱了，
Pushing in right as Lucifron
就是有一个尸体在那边。
techs are coming through, but again, those techs take a while, and Lucifron, he's at all this pocket eco, pocket food
放心啊，3代就没有这个问题啊，尸体照样可以直接盖建筑物上去，
needs this the
直
most.
接把尸体盖掉。
Oh, Donzos need to be careful.
所以3代有一招很狠哦，就是他们把动物全部打死，然后就挑那种地基很大的，像市场这一种，
A little bit alone
然后
there.
市场地基放下去，直接把肉盖掉。
Archer ball. Has to be careful still. He is getting some value, but on the right hand side, not so much.
Yeah, I don't see really any Donzos there anymore. There's 3 or 4 over there trying to clear the Lancer, but the Archers, they're doing a fine job clearing this up, and the Lancer and any other Ghazi Raiders, if there are alive, should clear this mass up, but a lot of eco trades on each side.
房子歪了是基泰的错，
Demu
现在是聊政治的时间吗？太敏感了，不行。
devastating to reinforce, and he's got 15 sofas. He's got 15 sofas immediately. It happened so quickly, and Lucifron.
哇塞，底木这个多线不得了哎，
Where to go? He's dead. He's actually dead.
他多线跟你的小工拉扯，然后又骚扰你的村民，
Just like that, it's over.
然后又抢你的圣地。
Worthless against that
哇塞，底木这个认真起来有点夸张哦。
because they're really
Lucifron 好像有点快招架不住了，
close to do. They expect to have this control, but never had this control.
对，有点 out of control 咯。
Here on the Molly.
哇，
1-0
底木好鬼哦。
for Demu.
Wow. Clean game. Did not
地下有死尸，没超度有地茯苓。
downright wins them the game. Very nicely played. Amazing. That's how
我
you.
没有想到 Lucifron 竟然输了。
Yeah, I mean, let's take a. I want to see the food count. Let's look at the eco.
高手果然总1总3的实力很接近，
Incredible food economy with the berries, just incredible.
而且你看他们的村线
Do you
都非常的漂亮，
same food?
非常的接近。
Estelle. On the other side, though, we got the cattle. The military count does kind of hurt there. But yeah, definitely want to see how much food has been gathered by both.
打得蛮快的，20分钟打一场。他这样其实抓时间差不多诶，他们是抓 BO 3嘛，BO 5赢3场的人会就赢了嘛。然后一场大概抓20分钟，
Around some of the sacred sites,
所以
really could have gone a
1
lot.
个小时加30分钟一定可以刚好打5场，
Not really
大概打5场。
have those sacred sites immediately denied.
就如果每一场都在20分钟内结束的话，应该是有机会打到5场，
It's like
可能会超时一点。
wood for every single time you want to wall in one of these sacred sites. And on the other
那中间还有休息时
it
间。
also just means that
哎呦，竟然是中国哎！
difficult for you to maneuver.
中国真的是一个非常不好操作的国家哦。
Gotta have units there.
然后 Holy Island 也是这一轮赛事第一次看到。
Army from Demu that's also rolling around. Can be tough, can be tough. But here we go, our game number 2. It's gonna be Holy Island.
然后下一张地图就是这个
We get to play the civilization tournament.
神圣岛屿。
And it's gonna be China versus English here on Holy Island.
Yeah, I'm glad that you get to cast a Chinese game because you are very, very familiar with the civilization. You know all the ins and outs of it. It's kind of cool to kind of know someone who knows the intricacies, the weak points, and all these like perfect little timings for it.
And it looks like the game is just about starting. I'm not sure if the countdown is accurate, but I mean, it looks like we're gonna be right about to go into this one. That's exciting. Like getting the game quite quickly here. Holy Island, China against English. English. I'm not quite sure which one I favor here exactly. I think China's just a little bit better. I would have been
看完这一轮，差不多可以去睡觉了。
over English. English can be really strong if you get their unique upgrade in the feudal age, the Admiralty upgrade. Then their ships have +1 range, and that makes them really, really strong. Means that it's going to be very hard to micro against that. They can somewhat even fight your opponent's ship with like the same type of ship. But China, they can just produce so much water that sometimes it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they have those inherent civ bonuses. They got the extra eco. They have the imperial official bonuses as well. So we'll see how that games end up turning out. We have Lucifron in the northeastern side on that English, and it's Demu in the southwest on the Chinese. Both obviously moving out the water.
Yeah, we're getting one of the interesting spawns here on Holy Island. I feel like usually we get like the really this we're getting large wood lines towards the front of both bases here, which could in theory be quite a bit if they send like just a couple of women out early on. Can be very, very annoying to deal with, but should still be manageable. Demu can
好，开始了。
stable, supervise and get some of these
哦，这神圣岛屿真的，这种海图真的是大家都不会选的图哎，
obviously get the advantage. Their buildings are produced quite
简直是类巨石湾，类似巨石湾的一张图， 不打海还不行。
get some pretty good bonuses, so their fishing ships
我说开局羊怎么都在附近，太扯了吧，
survive.
太多羊了吧。
Bit of wood with every single fishing ship there.
Yeah, I feel like China on water maps really unlock a lot more and become that much more powerful.
Lucifer 是魔兽山那个 Lucifer 吗？
Immediately have that
我以为是指星海的，
immediately so much stronger. China, it takes a little bit to just have that.
他好像都有打，魔兽星海都有打，然后他弟弟也有来打那个，忘记谁是哥哥谁是弟弟了，反正这个两个兄弟都有来打4代
9 to 10
，Vortex 跟 Lucifer 嘛
it。starts going downhill because that's when China suddenly like has better economy, and if they're able to keep up with HRE until then, it can become pretty tough for HRE to close out games there. Both players now deciding to scout what their opponent is doing right now. They scout around the base. They found a lot of sheep. You can find a
没有错，
here on this map early on. Not that you wanna go for it early on.
Yeah, the sheep, it's not the most important when you have deep sea fish. If
这
it's
场会怎么打？英国跟中国打哦，感觉英国会刷装步哎。
If you lose the water.
there you
Like there are
go.
still situations where
哦，看到吃海
I
了，
feel like on this map
岸边在捕鱼，
that we see a lot
两边都在捕鱼。
like the ladder pool. Even if you lose water, I feel like you can still survive. Well, so many times we see like
目前进度相同，
where the player that loses water still manages to somewhat
村数都一样开哦。
and you always have the chance of just all inning and potentially catching your opponent off guard.
Right. And that's
这边在监督木
it's
头，
funny when I play water maps because I'm one of those water haters. And it's
各种 RTS 难民跑来死。
timing attack that you just talked about can just punish you so heavily, and you have to be prepared for it because that transition it just happens.
确实啊，这个4代确实收了很多各式各样的难民，
There's just gonna be
有从什么
their age of cinema.
2代来的啦，2代本来还有比赛啦，所以2代有些来混个脸面就回去了，Viper 跟 Hera 都是，
Water, not on water, on sheep.
然后还有谁？
Compared
神话世纪嘛，
right now,
那些惹开头的家族，什么惹 Vista 那些，
It does look like he
哦，还有那个 I Am Magic 那些
timing
I Am 系列的，有些也都是从神话来的。
here, although Demu has moved out there as well, and the imperial officials out there, and that's really where, like I was talking about Chinese, helps
然后再来什么
that much stronger.
星海魔兽，
this does look
还有一个是那个 AOE Online
Lucifron. He already has almost
世纪帝国 Online 版，
Demu still needs quite
也有吸了不少，因为后来伺服器收掉了，
to go up.
没有比赛，直接把这些玩家全部吸到4代。
Yeah, just the huge benefit for Demu is just how fast the age up ends up getting built in comparison.
Beastie 在星海2边缘到根本不知道谁的等级，在4代找到自我，
For that gold vein that he had on, so we'll plan to,
也没边缘到不知道什么等级吧。
like you had mentioned, since it's a forward one.
至少他现在是4代第一人。
That time he went for a double dock, so it's going to produce a couple more fishing ships here down the line. and Luciferon completely going off gold in order to build the landmark makes me think that Galen's just going to see a couple of logos pretty much immediately in order to just go over to his opponent's side.
Oh.
Yeah, it's land aggression. It is going to be a lot of land aggression here coming out from Luciferon.
Yeah, not really always what you're expecting when you have deep season.
看一下他的简介是什么。
Land aggression to pay off a little bit more if
塞尔维亚，
and if it's one thing we know about Lucifer,
活跃的世纪帝国4玩家。
Exactly. I'm wondering what Demu's response is going to be.
看一下他星海有打出什么好成绩。
Academy now. I think maybe like a fast song timing could be
他4代的比赛参加的很勤快，
Imperial Academy.
他怎么没有
Song Dynasty as well. Does risk that if Lucifer
这边没有放他星海的比赛的结果好惨哦。
there we go. He keeps everything up at the same time. Gets the Galley, gets the Spearman, gets the Longbow. Everything at once. I'm wondering if he has a lot of woods and he does know that Lucifer is just going ahead.
all those
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yep, there it is.
来看一下 Beastie QT， 11640很高分吗？个人资讯怎么都没有00000，生涯场数17444，一对一宗师，团队宗师，人从神等级都50。 联赛跟天梯，
Made it there, it does not. It leaves us with a shootout to try as well.
正在载入，
Pull it back in time.
出不来，没东西看是不是？算了，放弃，管他。怎么这边已经开搞了？我怎么觉得底木要走了？ Beastie 来4代当神，
This map is hard to play. I'll say that. This map is very hard to play. So many different areas.
星海要先打得赢韩国人了。那至少4代不用打赢韩国人，他打赢这些其他欧美玩家就好了。
Longbow range is just this is where if you utilize that longbow
不得不说，4代真的收拢很多一些打不赢韩国人的欧美玩家，星海的部分。 啊 ，Lucifano 一个小攻快攻，打的对手方寸大乱。
At the same time, yeah, Luciferon, he is producing hulks. Hulks which cost less and which are gonna absolutely destroy Demu's food economy out here in water. What is Demu's answer gonna be to this? Like he went out to the other woodline now.
哇，一口气杀了8农
Very exposed, right? And he lost a lot of economy. He lost 8 economy units. Looks like Demu is pushing
很
out
赚
with,
8农。
Shuganu, not the best unit here to make against these archers though, because they're not as fast. They're not as fast, so they can't really hunt down the units. Normal archers would have been fine there to make. Now Demu quickly needs to make his another archer ship. He has a war chunk in the queue as well. That's gonna be a little bit longer until that goes out. Pulls some fishing ships forward as well, just to like block a little bit, but loses a couple of them.
哇，打到10只农。
A lot of eco units have gone down so far. This is looking really rough right now for Demu and Luciferon. He's just gonna keep massing units on land as well. I don't think just a couple of Shuganu is gonna be enough to do nearly the same damage.
No, and he's gonna start
Luciferon.
popping out men at arms that we see with longbows and men at arms going to perfectly counteract the chooks on the other side. And I mean, Lucifer
哦，这个是炸药船。
it is significantly able to take down Demu.
哎呦，
Looks like those chooks move forward.
换彼此交换哦。
Already ready and waiting.
中国现在跑到英国家里。
And an arm is gonna be perfect here just to tank all the damage up. I'm behind that. I mean, Demu, he's got 3 archer ships versus 4 Springle ships. Lucifer also has
好，这边打夹带炸药船，
Springle ships on
先拉到侧边去，
and now he's just gonna be pushing in. This is
等
gonna
对
be
手攻击进 CD。
he's got no room to run back to as well.
Oh, another demo
Oh,
ship
Archer
pops
ship.
out, but immediately almost goes down.
Archer ship gets taken down though, and with that, Lucifer actually has retreat. He has nothing against the demos out there from Demu, but Demu he did
哇，
pretty
11只小攻，
and
真是
as well.
蛮多的。
Has to run back home. And then he's gonna be in the same situation again, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just constantly trying to fight from behind. You can see it on the food counts now. Those villagers, those fishing ships, they do
帝国2的比赛奖金更多，对啊，没有错，
so
这个确实啊，确实奖金更多。
now military ships cost quite a bit of food as well.
因为《世纪帝国2》很多都是办了5届的比赛哦，什么沙漠之王、
Has
公寓杯，
it seems like he
然后还有最近又新办的2年的什么东西的一些比赛，
4 as well. But with
双修容易2个都打不赢。
the ships from the English have so much more range, and now he's going to go in the gold as well. And with that, Demu will have trouble massing his Springle ships.
And yeah, you can just see Lucifer
我查一下现在2代有哪些比赛，
Demu hasn't been able to shoot one.
很多都办了2届了，
Get a demo ship taken out, not a demo.
还有那个 T90 杯，T90 杯也好几届了。
Yeah, I mean, Demu has to hope that his demo ships do massive damage here onto the Springle ships, but it's so tempting to
对，沙漠之王、国家杯、T90、公寓杯，
Yeah, gold has been denied though for Demu.
He
So
snipes the archer ships as well.
还有那个战争领主杯。
so effective. Lucifer just able to kite
哦，之前还有那个 A 级赛事，A 级赛事有什么美味杯什么东西的？
the same.
对，美味杯，
Oh, his archer ships went down. His archer ships went down, and with
还有那个
Demu,
围城大师吗？
it's
我有
gonna,
点忘记是不是叫围城。
yeah, it's just getting picked off. Demu he's dead in this.
还有那个疯狂黑森林，
He knows
也是 A 级赛事。
taps out. GG equalizer happens on the home map, on probably the best map for Lucifron, and he takes it. It is a 1-1.
I always love watching Holy Island games.
Oh,
They're
结束了，
short for water games, and it's just like there's so much action because you have to balance
迪木输了，
water so
迪木被一波英国扰乱
one or the
输
other.
了。
If you don't respect your opponent one or the other, you're just gonna get wiped. And Lucifron just showed how effective some early longbow pressure can be.
帝国2大后期对抗赏心悦目，
It just plummeted there.
3、4的话一波一波吧。
Same story there, and just against the longbows, they have so much range. It is so tough
赏心悦目都不如星际。
forward like that. I think Demu might have been
唉，
better.
小型猫咪有时候就太中肯了。
Else just too difficult to.
哦，发奖金了，Who will win Game 2？哎，其实1-1耶，1-1，大家没有特别偏好谁，
You're
只是压刚好
heavy on these timings, but
刚好压 Lucifer 这边哦，这是总奖金是不是？看一下详细资料。
he scouted
哎，
it
不
out.
对，他这边没有显示，
Saw it coming. He
因为第一场是迪木赢啊，第2场是 Lucifer 赢，
It's almost like building an outpost on your gold when you're getting
看不到谁投谁啊，这边只能看到
closed up, and you're like, well,
2次对赛的这个投的奖金池。下一场要压谁赢啊？
Next set.
小猫，下一场压谁赢？
We're getting an
阿拔斯内战啊，压谁赢？利帕尼
We saw the ambassador that Demu played.
是压迪木还是 Lucifer 呢？
That one was a masterclass on how to play a Basset. Wondering, did Demu learn from that one? Is it gonna be better for him this time? I mean, it already looked solid for him the first time. It was just a couple of mistakes, which and sort of just really outstanding aggression that he did there, which won him that game. Wondering how
7TC vs 8TC，
like a really, really aggressive player, so it's very likely gonna
我喜欢阿拔斯镜像。
something that we've seen from Lucifer. Thinking about it now, when it comes to the Abbasid mirrors, very often is trade wing. Just going for immediately going for trade wing, not even going for additional TCs. He's just gonna spam.
到底谁会开更多 TC？
I think that might be something that we're gonna be seeing here from Lucifer again.
I'm all
阿拔斯镜像最好知道谁下谁，
interesting seeing
不是哦，就你的想法啊，
you know,
你觉得谁的阿拔斯强？
you'll see the military wing come out and try to have it kind of pay off. Sometimes you'll see the eco wing, and rarely you will see the trade wing. But if Trade Wing comes out, it will be an
就你对这两个玩家的了解，还是都不了解？满地都是死死。
for him to just go for the mass trade. I think the last time we saw it, it almost worked. I want
那
to
就
say,
是
if I recall correctly, he still lost the game.
太棒了，太棒了！小型奥运，你说的太好了。
As well.
Ho, ho,
So gonna have to
ho.
see how that one's coming out. And green from DK. That's Death Knight. Thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs here. Very
我没有解锁啊，
Yeah, I'm sure those the receivers of the gifted subs will complain not having to deal with ads, get to see all of the action. And if any of you other people out there have one of those little Prime subs laying around, you don't feel like you know. I guess the best way to put it is, why not be using it at a great channel like EGC where it goes directly back to the player?
这个差不多，刚刚差比较多。
It's a free Prime sub if you got it laying around.
Exactly. You support not just EGC TV, but also the entire Age of Empires 4 tournament scene with it. It is
来
always
预测一下哦，
appreciated. Only a couple of
看一下
going into
目前谁被压的比较多？
this set here.
底幕这边只有4%是怎样？Lucy Fano 这么忠实，96%。
For trade boom here.
I think the trade boom will be a breath of fresh
这个我就不太
air
敢 all in 啊。
here, which is like, how many TCs are we gonna end up seeing? 10 total, maybe. Usually ends up being around there at some point in the game.
确实，因为有人丢10万。
Demu probably goes for like 2-3 like 3 TC. I mean, if he sees a trade wing, then he probably knows that he's just gonna have to play this 1 gig aggressively. Think he might even stop at like 2 TC. If he goes for eco wing, then it's gonna be 3.
选赔率好了，那边好了。
Gonna have to wait and see. Though. Crossing my fingers here for the market play. That's really what I want to see here today.
Oh, I am all game for some marketplace, some more action in the app.
问就是 all in，不要哦，
It's usually one
这
of
很
those-
难哦。
You'll see some horsemen, you'll see some of that early aggression, but that's when
说
Castle Age. That's when they want
不行不行不行，不能说，现在不能说。
bows typically.
Yeah, composite bows.
10万比10万。
Right now in the meta, it's really strong going for that composite bow upgrade. Makes your archers just have so much attack speed. They're better than like fully upgraded network.
抄底了。
And it really goes to show.
现在总金额是18.9万对23.9万。
Which it's very good. It is very good. Like you
好
already
这边先压个400点。
massive archers left over in the feudal age.
太快了啦！我只用了10点哦，
Today.
我要打400点，太慢了，来不及了，
Playing as the Abbassid dynasty on the
亏啊！
as it is here, we're gonna be seeing them playing the Abbassid.
好，两边都是阿巴斯哦，地图是利帕尼。
Right now, though, these trade posts aren't the most optimal for trade here.
Back when the game started, that was the first thing to look at, 'cause usually for one trade, you're gonna want a nice.
哎呦，这边
hopefully market
底幕的
corner than
智慧弓下的特别早，
mid map makes it a little bit easier for your opponent. So it might be a little bit difficult for Lucifron to get this up and running.
Yeah, at the same time, though, in theory, being a little bit more outward to trade is gonna be a bit longer, means that you get more resources in.
哦，这边附带一提哦，有个很有意思的，对目前呢对底幕使用军事偏电进攻的玩家，
Warlords could also
目前都没有赢过，
If he wants to play it safe, I don't think
就
he'll
这一轮比赛。
this game around. It's just not the most.
然后对底幕使出这个
Passes up on it. I think we're
军事开的阿巴斯都没有赢过。
Wing and Lucifron military wing, Demu military wing. All right.
来看看 Lucy Fano 会不会打破这个
But I think Demu is the kind of player to just use the military wing.
打破这个目前的结果。
TCs. Lucifron, not sure if he uses that one for more TCs himself, or if he's gonna go for like a full aggro kind of playstyle here.
I mean, I'm all in for the full aggro. You got to give the people what they want. Drop another bear, drop another range, and just go all.
哦，两边都点军事哎，
I literally just tried that against Demu in the exact same match.
Lucy Fano 的流程看起来比较强。
I don't say that much. It almost worked. Maybe he can.
You know, I'd be in for it, but only time will end up telling. I can see some people 2 seconds of a difference on the military wing. Oh my
实在
gosh.
快2秒，
You know,
Already GG.
it's already GG, it's over. Just
确实快
that
2秒。
much of a better build, you know.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Look at that. Demu, he's got a lot of villagers on right now. Lucifron, he still has a couple more villagers on food. Makes me think that maybe Lucifron's just gonna go for an immediate stable here and just look to go for horsemen right off the bat.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that leans to his play style. Having the extra villagers on the food, you're not.
哦，开始踩10了哦，
It needs to
那两边就要比谁的 TC 多了。
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a stable immediately. A stable.
走路哦，确实是有可能啊。村民拿资源走路多走了一点点，确实有成差2秒，还在误差范围之内啦，我觉得。
other than just those 4 units that pop out.
Both players go for additional TCs.
两边都要选择开双 TC 哦。
That looks like it's just gonna be standard multi-TC play here. Yeah,
我比较喜欢他停经踩石，
Gotta see some action.
先 TC 后新鲜食品。
Cheap.
makes sense.
对，如果你没有金是不能点新鲜食品的。
10 villagers on stone makes me think that it's not gonna just stay with that one TC. It's probably just gonna drop the first TC right next to a stone mine. And after that, just gonna continue happily chipping away at that stone uproofing. Going for probably 3 TCs. That's what I'm gonna say is probably gonna be his plan here.
I'm assuming 3 by either of these players, and location-wise, I think, like you said, first one just
我这边开始赶动物了。
stone allows them to just get right back on it and get next to the next other one.
Lucifron luring his deer under the stone to like get 2 flies with 1 smash.
这边底木的 TC 快了一点点了。
From German, I'm wondering right now.
2 flies with
in
1
German,
snap. We say kill 2 birds with 1 snap.
Lucifer 呢 TC 现在才要放下去。
Like kill 7 flies with a single hit of the belt.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Something like that.
结果你猜错了，你说他的 TC 要慢30秒，结果
It works.
人家的 TC 先盖好了。
Having to pick that up, you know. But those
Alright.
second
And this
TCs
is
are,
gonna be stable now.
yeah. Stable.
事情总是出人意料。
Get that next foot forward, maybe deny where that third TC location may be, as
底木的路比较尴尬，在外面一点的地方。
I assume Lucifron will be as well.
那确实不懂什么东西啦。
It's very likely gonna be multi-TC, and he's already back out on stone. But actually,
Oh.
Lucifron, he's going on the deer. He's gonna stop with that second TC. Is it gonna be just immediate ton of aggression out here now from him? Could be, could be. He's also getting another house in just in order to get that.
就能多踩75金，还能先下 TC 的，搞不好他停漏啊，他漏故意踩比较少啊，他停漏啊，也不是没有这个可能吧。
Obviously, he got it.
好，两边都是军事偏电开。Lucifer 的这边已经又多出了一些东西哦，出了2只骑手。帝国3的 H2O 哪里去了？退休了，太老了。底木3 TC 下去了，太鬼了吧？确实是3 TC 没错。反而是 Lucifer 呢这边在出兵啊，没有要下3 TC。
deer up right now, but every deer after these first two is going to be in range of an upgraded outpost. And Lucifer already has a stone.
哇，这边就开始偏无聊了，因为两边都在搞 TC，
And it could be
就变成两边都要等到浓起来之后才会开始打一些比较激烈的碰撞。
he wants behind this.
再这样看下去要睡着了。
Played, but his win is the resources, the map control, and the just overall resource denial from.
两边玩到分数还一模一样。
Getting the resource denial and making sure that Demu's TCs aren't as effective or as efficient.
这边推荐游戏20分。
He's now
我要怎么叫你起床？用 Discord 叫你啊？
there, already has a little bit more food for that.
两边都在护农啊，都不打架。
Play that income there. He's just gonna put some units inside of the outpost. But he's only gonna pop them in as soon as the upgrade comes in, just in order to not.
你是懂睡的，
Said he pops them in earlier. But
我真的快睡着真的，我不假，不说话没有在跟你假掰的，真的很无聊。
they're at the top side
Yeah.
in range.
阿法斯内战，只要有一家
Like 1,000 food.
可以，就是怎么讲，两家只要有一家开始想打龟，另外一家没有，
Castle now.
你知道吗？
He's gonna struggle to
很难过啊，很难过。
be military for one because he's
只要
struggling.
两家都想归，那真的是很难看，这比赛真的很难看。
First row goes down. Now he realizes, and even overreacts, pulls all the way off the deer, going back to the berries behind.
I feel like only Lucifer would go for Castle Age Trade Wing here.
不想打龟就是不想赢，
Do you know Trading hasn't actually
这么严重吗？干嘛呢？
to get 4 traders. That's like 80 more resource that you get out of it, Poggers.
Yep, he's
路
already
西法罗这边选的是舍弃3 TC， 全力冲时代，开贸易。
Oh, Spearman catch the horseman there. Get some good damage on one.
好，
end.
这边也放了交易站。
He's gonna go full in for the trade. Some of it.
Yep, and here he goes, just
Rage up.
continuing to pressure the food too. If Lucifer's just continually able to just slowly idle these foods, Demu's gonna have his castle timing way too late. I don't care if he's up 10 bills.
Yeah. I think let's check if Lucifer has any barracks out, because right now the game ender could potentially just be Gulams. Immediately Gulams, you get boot camp since you already have. No, it's gonna be Knights, okay. I think Gulams would have just been much better there. He already has military wings, so he can just get boot camp.
看这边真的超无聊的。
Gulams already have pretty much as much HP as Lucifer, but they just don't take any damage from the spears.
Yeah, it's
They're already faster than.
it's one of those you can just A move into the economy with them and then just say, all right, try to fight.
少写一写不然而已吗？对，合理的。这边都是优先产村，不是先列科技。
And he's only down 8 bills. And make that, what is it? There we go. It's only 4 now because the traders pop on out, and we're looking good.
Yeah, immediately start.
我觉得左边不合理，
Knights
右边挺合理的。
as well. And the question though
你
is,
说左边是3 TC 吗？
couple of spear and up, but
现在还蛮流行军事偏链接文化，
obviously get a
不过 Lucifer 这边选的是贸易的，
here
贸易也不错了。
to cover for his own age up. He's just gonna have to protect his
只是这条贸易不是很好顾啊。
opponent is gonna try to attack onto.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the game plan from Lucy. You continue to attack the food, it makes him hard, makes Demu struggle more to equalize in the military count. But fortunately for Demu, he's just on Spear Archer, and those archers will transition well into Castle with the composite bows, but needs to continue pumping those numbers up to defend what Lucifron's about to send.
Yeah. still has
哎，你看这个
so,
打到，
I'm not
你看哦，已经打了12分钟了，两边的战损
question is
340、250。
force here against him.
黑子在播比赛实况吗？哎，是的，没有错。
Oh,
哦，终于破580了啊，
There for free.
700啊，还没1000，打了12分钟还没1000。
those knights have
到底在干嘛？
found their way across the map finally. First dive in goes onto the main TC. There's a couple archers there with nowhere to go, and Lucifron just says, "All right, I'll take this trade." Couple vills go down, and one
There
vill
are no
goes down.
blacksmith upgrades yet. No blacksmith upgrades and +1 pierce damage just came in here for Demu, so these archer shots are gonna do a lot of damage.
兵都出门，骑士要来了。
Yeah. Throwing that knight away just for one archer, one villager, not really the greatest, but
哦，两边都上3了，
a lot of timing to be had, and
看来还要再过个10分钟才会有大会战可以看。
and this is when Lucifron starts to unlock, and he's diving in on the berries as well.
Just as the military is a little bit out of position here. He's gonna have to run away with these villagers now. Just stand next to the knights. Now he's running in. A lot of the upgrades right now in queue right now as well for him. He's waiting for the culture wing upgrade. Use all the
好，这边用骑士压进去。
I mean, is that timing that he can afford to have? Like, yes, you're saving yourself some resources, but shoo, it we just saw a good amount of 8. We see 8 villagers now total have gone down on Demu's side, and Lucifron's up in the eco, got that trade starting to pump on out, and look at all the techs coming in for him. Oh,
raids coming in for both players right now. Couple more raids in as well. But the archers are upgraded, and there's still no blacksmith upgrades in yet for Lucifron. This is still a good fight that Demu can take. It's killing a lot of the knights.
just now starting to get some of those blacksmith techs through. He's making the transition to composite bows as well, but he is just lacking, you know, 10, 15 archers.
啊，掉了。
Yeah, still produced quite a lot there in the meantime. Econ and Count also looking solid here for him. And he's going to have very good gold as this game goes on, so he's just going to be able to continue spamming out knights. Question though, do you want to do that against a civilization that has like the best spearmen in the game and the best archers in the game that are also able to take down knights with relative ease with that attack speed?
Not when you're throwing them away like that. It'd be great if he was able to get on some of the eco like he did, which he's got a little fair bit of a little lead starting to build for himself. Army value's fairly even. Demu a little bit ahead there as far as the value goes, but numbers aren't always the true story.
Look at that. Lucifron's so sneaky, just gonna do a little circle around with the knight, and now he's just gonna try and dive once again onto the berry patch there from Demu. But Demu finally got access to his deer there, which he can start taking. So Lucifron, he's got like units all around the map right now in order to just wait for Demu to look for resource to get outside of the map, outside of his base, and then hit him there.
But two knights just fall, and Demu's starting to push forward. I think his southern, oh no!
That's what I mean.
Oh.
Just the knights camping there, getting ready for Demu to expand outwards, and that's where he gets them. That is gonna hurt a lot, and Demu actually pulling the villagers' shifts there in order to fight against that one knight that just came in. But there we go. Good attack coming in from Demu, and the trade line. That's what you get with like the really awkward market spawn there.
Yep. Gold denied. Trade starts falling, and these archers continuing to push forward. Lucifron needs to respect this, needs to have his mass together, does have his reinforcements coming in, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the fight he wants to take. Spearman able to at least close in, guard in some of those archers, and Demu taking decent trades, but starting to lose the mass now that the spears are getting falling.
I'm still not sure if this trade was too good for Lucifron, because he loses a lot of these knights since he didn't grab the last, or rather the last Pierce Stamp armor upgrade is still in production for him in research. And that's a lot of villagers that are going down here now as well.
Oh, another 10. Oh my gosh.
That was huge. That was so huge. Look at that. Now Demu actually killed more eco units than Lucifron this game.
It just shows how strong those archers can turn out to be if they aren't dealt with, if they just stay in that mass, and Lucifron did not pull those vills back like he should have.
Archers, I think the count there is now better for Lucifron, so Demu is going to lose these archer numbers here. Knights still being active there. Once again, just the reinforcement from Demu hitting Lucifron there in the eco, and now Lucifron is actually falling behind a lot when it comes to the villager numbers.
Yeah, just eco getting hurt all over the place by both of these players. Wondering if Lucifron might think about dropping another TC to try to equalize, but I think the biggest point is he just needs to stabilize the units flooding into his base. He had that archer mass that he dealt with, but he needs his mass to clear the reinforcements.
Yeah, he kind of needs to fall back a little bit here, just protect his base a little bit more, because these night raids are really, really annoying right now for him as well. But with that, I mean, he is in the reinforcement line there from Lucifron, like right where the production buildings are. So
好，
he is
两
getting a lot
边
of value
的
there.
军事价值差
Yeah,
不多。
last couple units that Demu pushed forward with starting to get cleaned on up, and looking at the eco numbers, we're basically even. Look at the military numbers. Lucifron has actually taken the lead on the military side now.
Yeah, military numbers looking good there for Lucifron. Still, like, one player is making mass Gulams, and Lucifron's only just now going for mass Gulams. I think that Gulams right now are just really, really valuable. Since both players did go for military.
95
Oh, no, that's an
92
invisible. Lost 1-5, I've seen one.
Yeah, and I mean, these start adding up so quickly. 1, 2 here, 3, 4 there. Now we're looking at 30 plus units killed on either side as far as the eco goes. The Gulams, though, what a good frontline mass for Demu. He made that transition earlier like you were talking about, but Lucifron has some reinforcements there, at least for now.
Yeah, it is a tough battle right now to push in for both players. Lucifron just being really good here with these cheeky raids everywhere on the sides, and Demu, he just needs some walls. He needs some walls, and he needs them soon here.
淡水买
He's
到了
rich
1万多，
value. He does, but
这边都不
this
拉
is
墙
not a
哎，
cost that
题
you
目
could，
你
afford
这
here
样
right
你的
now
村要一直
with
死
how
欸。
he's throwing away the units. He's going into the trade line though with the Gulams and the archers. Sure, he's gonna throw the units away once again, but he's gonna get a lot of value there as well, I think.
Man, Lucifron has just been relentless with these night raids. Every single time we look over, Vodka's got another knight in Demu's base, taking down more vills, but
Oh, 被断
Demu
伤了。
pushes forward, gets a good amount of traders at the
Lucifron 的
cost
商人
of
都
his
被
whole
砍
archer
倒了
mass of that group.
I mean, Lucifron right now, he only needs a single upgrade to completely shut down the raids on the trade, and he could already get that. With the trade ring, you get the upgrade where your traders have +5 armor,
杀45
and then
农，
the archers don't do any more damage to him.
Yeah.
Just as an option here for him.
But it's starting to get to the point where Lucifron, I feel like, is getting back on the forward foot. He's still been raiding this whole time, but finally he's clearing up the forward masses that Demu had, at least for now.
So there's a lot of army from both of players on the field, but it feels like Demu is also getting in some good value raids here every now and then on the food economy. Lucifron already made his farm transition mostly. Demu is also in the middle-ish of his own farm transition. Both players right now are just hurting. It's such a messy battle. Just both players running military into the other's economy relentlessly.
Yeah, it's like, when is the
都还是小
breakthrough
交战
finally
哦
going
中
to
间这
happen?
边没有
Who's
很
going to
明显的
finally
推进。
hold and make the push at the same time and have the two groupings that are all of a sudden both bigger than their opponents?
This reminds me of a good old China game from Age of Empires 2. Absolute chaos. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's enjoying it. Everybody's having a good time. Except for the villagers and traders here in the base, from the looks of it. Lots of villagers have gone down on both sides so far.
I mean, it's just so much damage, but it's crazy to think how even these players are.
怎么看到有人在大死
Villagers being
村
pulled there in order to deal with the archers. Actually, since it wasn't a lot,
56
able to
农
deal with them,
57农，
getting rid of that annoyance. Gulam's just adding so much value here right now to both of the players' army.
Literally everything, it's 103,
到处都是蓝色的存在
103,
死
basically 60 and 60. Yet it is just non-stop
太惨
dying, non-stop death, villagers screaming, wailing, traders dying,
村民
and just
screaming
craziness all over.
Yeah, it definitely feels kind of crazy here right now. Demu, he just has so many of these like little clumped up groups of military that he's running around, and it's just so much micro from both these players right now, making sure all of these little groups of military are getting their value in. Oh, Knight's there again. Gonna do a lot of
快不
damage.
行了。
Decide to clear up
这
the
一场大概要
crossbow,
打
and
40
Demu
分钟
reacts, pulls the
看
bills
日常
back in
水
time, and again, all the damage that Lucifron was just doing, he's taken on the other side as well. He has been able to get 3 relics though. That's one thing that Demu has not focused on, is
这
any
边继
relic
续打
control.
Lucifano 的商队，
Are the relics necessary though for Lucifer? I mean,
那
he's
家里的村
already
一样
trading.
持
He's
续在着火，
already like gonna have a
因为
lot
蓝
of
方
gold
已经
income
死了
on this
69
game.
农了。
Villagers going down again. It will matter if this game gets to a 45, 50 minute-er. It has a huge effect on how much that can be over time. No walls
击杀
invested into
下
by
面这边是
either
击杀
player. There's no need.
下面这个
Who
数字
needs
是纯
walls?
数，
They are not
然后
wall
上面这
enjoyers.
个呢是击杀
But
的
it's
军
walls when
事
you can
单
have
位的
military.
价
And
值。
tons of military from both players, just being absolutely swamped the entire time. Both players getting the food transition in as
那目
well.
前被杀比较多的是黄
Once
色，
again, Demu just sending a little bit of
沙村
military
大会
into the trade.
两
It
边
feels like
村都很
Lucifron
多。
already has military
我就
there.
觉得
Yeah,
沙
he
村
does.
根
And
本
he's
就
got
不是一个
knights there
分
as
出
well. The
胜负
archers
的
aren't
方
going
法
to。do a lot there. Has
应
to
该
fall
是要
back
想
there.
办法把对手的
If
大
The
军
little
吃
group of
光
military
之后
gets
开
trapped,
始
and the knight
献
numbers
地
are
戳
just
重车，
increasing to a dangerous level
然后
right
一
now.
波
Yeah, it feels
结
like
束
Demu's
这
just
场
falling
游戏，
behind
不
now.
是在那
Yeah,
边摸一下
it's
村民，摸一
Lucifron
下
starting
村
to
民。
open this game up a little bit
村民
more.
那么
He's at
便
the
宜哦。
15 knights. The army value is the key. He's at 8,800 army value compared to 4,600. Trade is booming, and he has been clearing and forcing that aggression. And there's not as many pockets for Demu with his military to push forward and pressure with.
Yeah, I mean, Lucifron hasn't been walling, which, to be fair, he's fine with. He's got the more mobile units since he's going for the knights. Demu, I feel like, definitely need to wall here at some point in time. Not just because it's so dangerous not to wall against a player like Lucifron. It's so great. And now we see
79
how the
支
trade
武
just
军事单
kind
位
of
对
takes
40
over this game
去哦
because。he's also not just getting gold, he's getting passive food from the trade as well.
Think
And
about
now
how much.
finally he's getting the
没错
armor upgrade on the traders.
There it is. That's going to be such a relief
头
for
发
him.
少的人
Make
会
it so
输。
much harder to take down, and another fight goes in. Think about how
感觉
much
蓝色比较
APM could have been
亏。
saved by walls. These players
蓝色
are
死
all
比较
over
多
the
村。
map at all times.
然后黄
And
色
this
是
is where
死
you
上
see
队。
just constant villagers going down that you maybe could have saved.
Yeah, a lot of villagers going down everywhere. I mean, for both players, but it feels like Lucifron is just still just so much quicker with remassing
哇塞，
because
已
it's
经
so
杀了
much quicker
84
to
了
just have multiple markets there and be able to produce out of both of them.
Yeah, not only that, a lot of times I feel like Demu, like, he lost, like, a couple of the bigger masses, where Lucifron, his raids are a couple knights,
他们
not
就算再继续这样
15 to
杀，然
20
后再杀个
archers.
10分钟都不会分出胜负。
Yeah, and once again, knights pretty much everywhere right now, running around, and there's so many different groups, and right now, 21 knights. Lucifron's preparing for a death push here, and it's happening on the woodline from the looks of it.
Oh,
Big fight happening on the woodline in the middle there for Demu.
and yeah, it's
Ooh,
villagers just getting absolutely shredded. You can see the eco numbers for Demu. It's at 67.
65. Oh no, it's over. It is over. You cannot recover from such an incredible raid, especially if you want to raid your opponent now. The markets, the traders have so much armor, and
太意
GG
外了，
gets called.
在奇怪的
Lucifron
地方结束
taking
了
the。third game
可
here
以再
of
看一
this
场
set, and man, that was an absolutely crazy game here. Just
比目投
complete
降了，
non-stop aggression, 24/7 out of both
比目
players.
死的都是村民啊，
Absolutely
他只打到
wild
3
one to
队。
watch. I feel for Vodka over there for our observer. What a great job by him, all over the place there. Showed us so much info, so much
比
devastation.
目确实没
And
什么兵
Demu
啊，
just was
好像都
not
是
able to
Lucifron 的
hold,
兵
was not able to counteract that trade wing, and Lucifron got to play his game. It felt like.
Yeah, villager count. I mean, look, so many villagers there went down, but the last one,
顶不顶不
the
住，我也快
last
顶
big
不住
raid
了。
there from Lucifron, the engagement on that wood line, so many villagers went down pretty much instantly there. Holy moly. Take a look at the economy count with the traders. Lucifron just having that huge eco lead there.
What a crazy game. It maybe not exactly what we were expecting with the Abamir, but it's
GG.
exactly what we all wanted. And now we'll try to see what we have in store for us for our next ones.
Exactly. I mean, this is going to be
祝你
match
下
point
次
now
好
for
运。
Lucifron, so Demu really has to give it his all. Don't forget, we got a Buchholz score in this one, so every single game
知道
you're
谁
able
头
to
发
take
比较
off
少
your opponent does mean a lot. It means like really a lot. Like if you maybe don't win a lot of your
比目
sets,
确实头
but you
发
still take
发
a
量
lot
比
of
较
games
少一
from
点
your。opponents against like really good opponents, which then go on to win a lot of games. That Buchholz score could like literally make the difference between you being like top 8 or being like top 24. That's
Who
how big
will
of a
win
difference
game
it could
3?
make.
Yep.
Lucifron
Exactly. But now we're seeing game number 4. It's a matchup we've been seeing a little bit more often now again. It's Mali versus Ottoman. So not the I
让
guess
2追3
the most recent
真假的
expansion that we've
题目
we've
都很
gotten to see out here and gotten to cast and whatnot, but
对我应该要压
not
题
the
目
most
吗？
recent one announced, I
我觉
should
得
say.
Lucy 法龙现在状态比较好。
Yeah, so we get the new or the old new civilizations here playing against each other on Rocky Canyon. Gonna be interesting. Demu on the Ottomans,
第
Lucifer
4
on
打
the
Iron
Malians.
Magic 我觉得是不够
Demu
打。
also plays quite a bit of Ottomans. I'm not sure how much
我查一下
Malian
Iron
Lucifer's
Magic 现
playing.
在几分？
Yeah, I mean, it's always a question mark with Lucifron and Vortex and some of them. I feel like they have so many like practice games and they're practicing with each other. They're not sitting there always grinding the ladder like you'll see, you know, with Beastie and some others. And it's like, how much Molly have they played? I don't know. Does he have a Molly only account that all of a sudden has 150 games? So we don't know.
It must be a really big
他这一季没
coincidence
打
that Luciferon and Vortex both kind of, I mean,
之前是
Vortex
征
still
服
every
者
now and then he streams, but
1849
Lucifer and Vortex kind of like stopped streaming on Twitch right as the tournament started coming in.
1700、1800
So
左
yeah,
右的实
I mean,
力，看
surely
起来
they're
真的是
just
不够
swimming
打。
now in the spare time that they have from not streaming, right? Like they're close to water,
Iron
so
Magic
they're probably just swimming all day.
Oh, it must be. It's, you know, everyone has hobbies other than this. You know, Magic's got his job. He's making real money, and Lucifron and Vortex, they're going swimming every
看
day.
起来是不够打。
Yeah, I mean, that's
谁
why they're
会
so
赢
good
第
in
4
Holy
场
Island.
呢？来预测一下。
We have figured it all out.
嗯，
That's the swimming practice, man. It's paying
大
off.
家
It's
都压
paying
题
off.
目会赢的。
Or fishing, I guess, too. But anyways, Rocky Canyon, a
我
very,
是看
very
好
fun
Lucifer
map. It's very aggressive, as you can see, with the way that these civilizations are going to play
玛
out.
丽对
It's-
上鄂图曼，
I feel like this is kind of the same strategy almost that we heard from the first game with Mali versus Delhi, which is like Mali has to respect Ottomans. They have to.
鄂图曼其实
They
有一
can't
点
just
克玛丽
greed into
耶，
that
看
cow
他要
boom,
怎
or
么
else they're
用
going to
什
get
么战术。
steamrolled by like 150 military units.
Yeah, have to be careful there with how much you commit to your own age up and or cow boom. And Ottomans, they just want to go ham. They just want to go absolutely ham. They want to produce a lot of units. They want to harass you on the pit mines and then just potentially overrun you. Gonna be interesting to see if Demu is able to pull that off though. And it's not gonna be much longer until we're going into our 4th game here. Potential match point for Lucifron in this one.
Yeah, you know, it's a big series. Will we get another Game 5 series like we got a couple last week, or will this one just complete and we'll be getting to see what we have in store for us next?
All right, initiating the overlay.
投票将在2
Gonna
分
be
钟后截
not
止。
too much longer there. I mean, it's gonna be very much dependent on the spawn as well. I feel like if Malians get like a back gold in this matchup, it's gonna be very tough for the Ottomans to harass that.
Yeah, that's kind of always the immediate concern when you're playing Mali. It's where's your gold, how much pressure, and then where's your next gold as well for those pit mines. And so we're already checking and seeing Lucifron spawning in with that back gold like we were just mentioning in the color yellow.
洛基
And
峡谷
Demu
撒
on
来
the
着的地
opposite
图。
side on the Ottomans in the color blue.
Man, is this just a Marine Lord
玛
spawn
丽
or
对
what?
上
Like,
鄂图曼，
ooh, that hurts. And Demu, he is going for that early barracks play. Lucifron immediately scouts that out. He
果然
just
开
went
局就
straight
下兵营
forward
了。
and immediately
荧幕
scouts
这
that
一
early
招就
barracks.
跟
That is
Beastie 一
that
样
gives，him a lot of
开
information,
局直接
but he
刷
has to
小
feel
小
really good
那
now
个
with
长
having that
枪兵
backwards gold.
去烧对手的
Yeah, I
村
mean, I feel like this is one of those
村
things that, like,
村
you can tell that
防
he's practiced the matchup. He knows exactly what he needs to know if that barracks is coming down, if it's a military school coming down, or if it's just going to be a quicker feudal age. And it's a quick barracks, which means spears aren't coming to your side at 3 minutes. They're going to be coming to your side at minute 30, minute 45.
Yeah, but Lucifron is actually not going for the fast age up here, which in theory he could be going for, considering that the gold is in the back. Instead, he is going for his own production building. He fully invested into, well, not fully invested, he only made like 2 houses, and now he's getting enough wood for
好
barracks. And yeah, with
玛
that,
丽这边
yeah,
也
so
选择
this
下了一
is
个
good.
兵营，
Yeah, the big difference with this one compared to the Dogzo versus Spearman game earlier is that was against Mongols where they were getting to double produce them. They weren't having to pay the full amount. Well, Demu, it's not from the military school. He's been paying the full amount for these spears. And so let's see how much damage he's going to actually do. Not only that, there's no bounty provided if he does end up burning the houses like we saw in the games earlier.
两方开是防对方烧
One，thing that I could see here,
有
going
可
for
能。
Demu, I mean, even though the goal is in the back, both of the wood lines here are going to be forward for Lucifron. If Demu can play this really aggressively, get like outposts in the back or like next to a wood line and just pressure with archers, could be able to keep Lucifron off of wood, which he will need because these Donzos, they cost 50% more wood compared to like the normal spear from other civilization. They cost 30 wood each, which is quite a bit early on in the game.
Quite a bit more expensive. Those are those kind of little things that you don't always realize until you're the one playing the Civ, and you're like, wait, what? Okay. Oh no.
Lucy 法龙这边是怎么回事？没有村民在采肉，
Lose one of the spearmen.
石川在采肉。
Lucifron is able to engage just a little bit earlier. Means that Demu might not even be able to get this house on fire in time.
No, and you can see Lucifron's already going ahead and taking those trades. He got that third Donzo out. He's going ahead and jumping on forward. And the first spearman has to get pulled back from Demu. Donzo getting pulled back from Lucifron as well, but you could just tell the micro by either of these players so key. But it looks like Lucifron gonna be coming out on top with that Donzo mass. Would have been a different story without that spear.
打
He
不赢
gets
就
the
绕
house to
跑。
burn, but I mean, Lucifron's just gonna pull a villager, repair it, and now he's just gonna be able to build the remaining
Houses around.
houses there he wants to build. But behind this, Demu is gonna get a significantly better age of timing, though, from the looks of it.
I love how, like, Lucifron, great priority there. He needed the other house out, and he knew that he had time to go and hammer that house a few times to counteract the burning.
Yeah.
两边都卡在时代1啊，
Its way.
双子教拜楼神学
This
院。
is such a strong landmark, honestly. You get so much food value out of it. It's really strong. Cannot be underestimated. It's so quick food as well. Constantly, like, you have like 4 villagers immediately, which can just...
Lucy
work
法
really
龙这
well.
边没有资源可以上时代，
It's, yeah, what is it? Four villagers on the berries on it will never have it deplete?
Yeah, it shifts around a little bit depending on if you get like the food.
曼莎采石场。
But you can just be pretty safe with like 3 villagers on it, and then no matter what food eco upgrade you have, you should be fine.
Yeah. So it makes it really nice. And now you can see the Demu move into the stone, starting to prioritize getting some military schools out. I don't think that will be TC play, or at least I think it will be military schools first if a TC is even thought about.
Yeah, I mean TC play. I think like 2 TC against. Like
开始补石头，
rarely works. The cow boom is just insanely strong, and the timings, like you delay yourself quite a bit with that if you go for a second TC instead. I think only Abbasid is probably going to be able to pull it off. And
He goes back for the low health house. It's gonna put it back on fire.
That's beautiful. Oh, it's just gonna burn again. Burned again. It's so close to being burned again. Ah.
Again, if this were Mongols, he'd be rolling in the dough over here with how much resources that provided, but instead it's just kind of
避免它着火，一直在修那个房子。
been causing.
Yeah, he would have got like 75 food, 75 gold out of that, 150 resource for building that cost 25 to make.
Sounds like a good trade to me. Demu immediately focusing in on wheelbarrow and weird. I guess I get the back production, but he can end up building all around that. It's just tucked it away, nice next to his wood line, next to the twin minaret too.
I understand the desire not to want to have the production forward, so yeah, makes sense. Good player for him. He also has 5 villages right now on the berries early on, so he's gonna chew through these quite a bit, like quite quickly.
Lucifron moving out and about. Just trying to, I guess, see if there were any... oh, he hadn't scouted out this area. You can see by the sheep not being picked up yet. Actually, neither player has, and the archery range as well as
又进入了两边互农的战间期。
Lucifron, he
照理来讲，应该是鄂图曼会
entire
打凶一
base
点，
and if Demu was there just a
但我
little
看不
bit
到
quicker,
这边鄂图曼有什么很明显的进攻意图。时间来到了6分40多
I
秒
think。it's only carcasses right now. And there's the second mill coming out from Lucifron, so we're gonna be seeing a pretty hefty cow boom from looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like only 5 carcasses left there on the ground.
Is that okay? Never mind. That's a cattle ranch. For a second, I thought it might be a third mill there for him.
That would be a big investment there. But yeah, cattle ranch already come to play. You can already see that those cows going to be planned to pump on out of those mills next to it. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's not an eco investment for Demu. It is going to be the military investment. It's, well, I guess somewhat with the military schools, it saves you eco, but it is all about putting that front foot forward and gassing into your opponent's eco.
Gassing into your opponent's eco, yeah. He really wants to like just push in there, but at the same time, Lucifer, he knows what's up, and
拖
he's
自
gonna
觉
master it, and he's gonna be making javelin
唉
first now against
游戏
that.
节奏很慢啊，
Civilization
观众是一种折磨啊。
is gonna be the Ottomans, and with that, I mean,
你看，又是过了一个8分钟，两边的战神达不到500，
means that the pathing
我老天鹅！
it's really atrocious for horsemen, right? Like pathing on horsemen, it's not good.
然后这个时间竟然还有人在骑摩托车，
It
我
does
家到底是怎样？
alleviate that problem quite a bit. It's like Lucifron is also going out for another expansion in the pit mine department. Very far towards the side, though. This could potentially be a target for Demu to go for.
Yeah, heading on over right next to the market, and can't actually even fully circle the house with houses, I think, because of that market location.
I think if he built the first house just a little bit closer to the market, would have been fine. But yeah, I think he's gonna be missing out on like one house there.
Yeah, and you can see Demu did have to move out onto the deer. Wanted to probably move out onto the deer anyways, get that extra food resource, and not having to, you know, eat up some of his safer ones as well.
Yeah, military numbers are now starting to climb here for Demu. It's good that he went out to the deer that early, just because he didn't have that many sheep overall. Look at that.
诶，底木的鄂图曼有没有军乐队啊？
It has an attack with 0 damage on it, so it actually is able to cause like these notifications that we're seeing here right now on the minimap.
I never even knew that. Wow. All
It
right.
can be quite annoying with that. Just being able to cause like notifications without anything happening.
一台狗肉骑过去，
Careful,
收音超清
Donzos
楚。
do bonus damage to the matter as well since it's cavalry, so Donzo's spear could quickly take down one of those.
Yeah, and the thing about Demu's army is he's got
昨
12
天看新闻名的时候，
wipe the
对
floor with
昨天在
the
看新闻
those
名的时候，确实
jabs,
是这样。
Sapahi
有摩托车开过去。
climb up pretty quickly, and you'd already mentioned, you know, that better ability that they have, which is the extra range, the ability to actually get their attacks off rather than running into each other.
两边是不是要等攻防好才开打？
Javelin's already in position. Demu falling back for now. Does in theory, as you said, have the military to deal with it. It's always really tough to take the fights here because right now Lucifer doesn't want to take fights. He's just gonna fall back whenever he has the opportunity to do so. And yeah, I mean, he could just run all the way back to his main TC, and that's why it's always.
目前军事单位数，鄂图曼小优，两边的村数差不多。村数差不多的情况下，马力的经济稍微好一些些。那因为鄂图曼有这个自动军营哦，所以就真的马力只赢一点点。除妖大队。
Yeah, looks like now Demu's pushing a little bit further forward. Sapahi though, gonna have to be careful with Donzo. If he
闹
comes to
鬼
Donzo,
金矿爽爽
Sapahi
赚。
loses one Sapahi, just like that. That Sapahi loss is A-OK.
Scout getting pretty close to picked on out. Scout does get picked out, so it's gonna be harder for Lucifer.
马力真的是都只走这种兵种组合，是不是？就是当左配那个标枪投掷者。我看大家都这样配耶，没有人玩什么战斗斥候或者是说法洗手，是这两个兵太烂了吗？
Yeah, exactly. But the archer count is still rising here for Demu, and if he gets to the point where the Jets just aren't there enough in numbers, the archers have much faster attack speed. If the meta gets rebuilt, then it's even better for him. And then with enough archers, he's able to take down the javelins very efficiently. But yeah, the Donzos is what you want to take down first, and then your spy can finally run in as well. I like the play that Demu also has like one additional
好，
stable
戳冲
which
车
he's。producing from the spy, so it's not just
顶木这个冲车，我觉得可能会亏哦。
just create them a little bit faster.
对手不是完全没兵哦。
coming out as well.
And this ram is going to be the thing that Lucifer or that Demu needed to pressure Lucifer on.
要连
It's
戳
like,
2台
now
吗？
Lucifer, yeah, they can help torch, they can help burn, but they also can make sure to be in
木头
the
看起来
correct
不够。
positioning to not take damage and let the ram do its thing.
对面有装甲在补木
Storm
索
trying to
法，
push out again, but now if he
D.
overcommits onto the army here from Demu, yeah, he shouldn't be able to really take the fights here. But the base damage from the Sipahi is still
后
pretty.
村民在出洗手
From the javelin throws is still gonna be pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty tough here for the Sipahi to actually take any,
Oh,
any
要做
decent engagements
确
there.
实要顶上去
Yeah,
吗
it's？ just, this is
A lot of
such,
micro coming out.
such
然后
good
确确
micro
都
from
一直在回
Lucifer,
避哦
just。keeping those Donzo right on top of those javelins. Javelins just wiping everything that they're going to attack. Looks like main engagement finally pushing forward with those Donzos and happening. And Demu has lost out a lot of his military mass, it feels like.
Yeah, most of the archers have gone down here behind us
荧
actually.
幕的兵越打
Now
越少，
Demo's
场
trying
是
to
不
use
是
his
要走
party
了
that he still has there in order to get some bonus raids in. Behind all of this, the ram has been active, but the question is, was there enough damage caused? Looking at the destruction value, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like Lucifer actually got the better end here of the trade by a lot.
Yeah, that micro was unbelievable by Lucifron, which I feel like I've said multiple times today already, but such a great job having those units positioned exactly where they needed to. Yeah, he loses a pit mine, loses some
完了
houses,
被推掉。
gets to clear up this ram after, but and more importantly, cleared up a significant portion of the Ottoman military.
Yeah, very important to keep those units, the count as low as possible. And this was a lot of damage. Oh no, is
冲车
Demo's
还
still
在
going in
没有
there?
错，
Yes, to fall back. That is just too many javelin
那台
throws
冲
right
车还
now.
活
And
着。
when you have less archers and your opponent has javelin throws, it's gonna be a problem. It is gonna be a problem. There's also so many spearmen right now. I feel like maybe Demu, it's an odd choice, but I think that spearmen are pretty damn good as a front line.
卡苏你看不到我，你看
So maybe if Demu just makes a lot of spears, but it's tough now. He probably doesn't have the infrastructure to it. It's also very food expensive. This push that's going to be coming out now from Lucifron is going to be very tough for Demu to hold.
Yeah, and usually that's where you want to be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Ottoman
Have
player
one
being the one
Yeah,
having that
just have
push. And
that
instead,
kind
it's Lucifron. Lucifron, significant amount of wood in the bank though. Spending all the other resources on those Javs, on those Donzos.
All these small engagements, like not full engagements, they're all going in Lucifron's favor right now. And yeah, this is tough. The matter is already half HP again, so it's might be close to losing that one once more. And behind that, Lucifron in a minute or 1.5, he's just gonna be able to go up to next age.
Yeah, not even. It feels like I looked back a second ago. He had like 100 to eat gold and food. Now,
225
now
木
he's
换
a
200，
second away from being able to
50
click up the castle.
Yeah, not gonna be much longer. Pretty much there. And as soon as he goes up to the castle age, he's gonna have that supreme food economy with the with the cattle boom and Musafati getting in some raids there. I feel like the villagers could probably just kill this Musafati relatively easily, but yeah. This is it's gonna be really tough for Demu to come back from.
这一场两边死的村都稍微
It's gonna get rushed
少
out
了一
very,
些，
very quickly here.
但整体来讲
To continue to drop
还是
other
Lucifer 的
production
战
if
损比
needed,
较好。
make the transition to Sofa like we'll see a lot of players do once that Grand Filani does finish. And so let's see what Lucifer
这
has
场
in
可能
mind
要
with
再过
Castle
10分钟才会分胜负吧。
completes. He's getting very close. That other pit mine
布拉尼大回来
location about to
往
be
下去
focused
了。
by Demu again.
Behind that,
哦
Demu
这边
also
率先有
not
玛丽
too
上
far
时代
away from his own castle age timing here. Sipahi are gonna be out now, are gonna be hitting those pit mines. Just gonna get buildings to burn. It's gonna force a villager to come there if he wants to repair or rebuild them.
Instead, looks like Lucifer just going to reposition to the north side gold veins. And look at Demu behind this, not having too
这边
shabby
是
of
时代
a
3的地
castle
标
breach timing himself.
Oh, Lucifer
晕
is
血
gonna
库
run around though, trying to pick off the units here from Demu. I think the meta has a good line of sight though, and there is. The meta is gonna go down there. There is no way he's gonna stay alive there. And now Demu sees the unit. Is he just gonna commit to burning it? No, okay, he does run away. Correct call there.
27 villagers on the MIA?
He really wants that from the looks of it, but look at the amount of javelin throws. I feel like, yeah, with that many javelin throws, Lucifer can just dive the base of Demu and there's nothing he can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Demu right now, I feel like he needs some men-at-arms, but even the men-at-arms aren't going to be that great once the so far will be coming in.
I love
that
how
like Amali and such is in such a great position now.
I love how Lucifer waits till the last second to actually have to reposition Idol as Vils. Yes, he actually does lose one. Might lose a few more, as this is a good little pickup actually from the Sipahi, as was not respecting the Sipahi number. Donzo too slow to cover it.
哇，37村闲置。
6 villagers, not
好，
quite
回去
worth
工作。
the amount of Sipahi that went down there, though. Sadly.
目前路西法老
Mangonel,
兵比
it's
较
gonna be
多。
too long until that Mangonel makes its way onto the battlefield here. And there this Fasar. Don't think all the upgrades are in yet for them. Actually, it might be.
你要杀回来，
Military mass here. It's
多
just
杀一点
too
村啊
big, and it's gonna be insanely tough here for them to hold this. I'm not sure if you can. So many more military members out on the map here for Lucifron.
Yeah.
Does have a lot of military schools. Is fighting under the TC. No units inside the TC though.
Yeah, nowhere to go, no resources coming in. Yeah, the military schools, the MIA pumps units out with no cost, but that's not enough for what's in his base now. He's down 30 military units and whole eco idled.
Yeah, it's almost 20 sofas. Almost 20 sofas. And Demu, he just doesn't have any unit to use against the sofas. He started making crossbows, but it's too late. It's too late. Too little of units right now. He wants to go for wood, but he can't. The Bass from Lucifron is in his base right now, and he has no way of getting rid of him.
I think Lucifron could just A-move at this point and end the game, but still playing this as smart as possible, waiting for this main engagement. Jab throwers diving on the backside. Donzo's just still holding Sipahi hostage, and this looks to be the fight. Lucifron going for the surround. Sofas are in, and it is over. Demu throws in the towel, and Lucifron goes up 3-1 and moves along.
GG gets called, yeah. 3-1
Lucifron
for Lucifron.
果然没让我
Demu
失
at
望。
least able to take one game here off Lucifron, which does mean a lot considering Lucifron so far
SAS.
has been like completely undefeated. So manages to take the first game in the
哇，
bracket
赚了
so far
696
off。Lucifron. It's gonna give him a lot of points in the Buchholz score for sure, considering
好
that Lucifron
今天
actually
先
beat
播到
him
这边，
at
反正我们这个
3-1.
观众也不会超过2位数。
That is true. That
剩下的
is
会跟
still
Roger
sure
一起
wish he, had a little bit
看他们要看啊，
better
但是我是
round
觉得
with this one. So 3-1,
Misty 应该他会看吧
nothing to complain about for Demu's side.
对啊
He'll have
先这样
another
啦，
shot at a different opponent here next
拜拜。
week, tomorrow, whenever it is.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
世界前3要换人。
Yeah. But as for now, obviously we have 2 series down today.